Hello everybody, welcome back into another stream of Baldur's Gate 3. I hope you're doing well as always. Ask the Next Mercy, nice to see both of you early. So on last night's episode, it doesn't really feel like a lot happened because I was mostly in two areas. I finished talking to everybody at the Moonlight Towers camp. I had invited Isabel and Night Song into the camp with Shadowheart, so that way Shadowheart could learn more about her past. And the story with that was that the wolf that Shadowheart was scared of and got the phobia from turned out to be her dad, and the Shar worshippers attacked the wolf. It almost looks like they would have killed it, but we were told that her father and mother are still alive, and I think they're being held prisoner somewhere. So Shadowheart's like, oh no, I have to find them, which, sure, fair. But then I'm like, well, there's a giant flying brain monster attacking the world. Maybe we should take care of that first. So after that, I just went back around to the inn just to make sure that everybody was up to date with everything. There were no significant changes. There weren't. And then I went toward Baldur's Gate finally, and we had to camp on the outskirts of the city, it seems. And while we were all trying to sleep, we got attacked by some psionic Githyanki, or rather Githzerai monk-type folk. They popped out of a portal and were aggroing the party. So we had to go back into the portal because our Dream Guardian was being attacked. Now, big spoiler warning. Turns out that our big Dream Guardian friend was actually a Mind Flayer. I know, right? Crazy. So the Mind Flayer, a.k.a. the Emperor, was begging for our aid as it was getting its ass kicked by the Githzerai. Actually, he was kind of holding his own, but the real kicker is that I was kind of half right that I figured that the Dream Guardian could be Prince Orpheus. Sort of. What had happened was the Dream Guardian was actually channeling the powers of Comet Prince Orpheus. And Prince Orpheus was kind of imprisoned within the trapezohedron, the artifact. And then the Mind Flayer was saying, oh, if you let him go, he'll kill you immediately. And so I was like, well, this Mind Flayer is surely lying to me. I don't care if the game's telling me that it's telling the truth. I kind of was just too curious to see what would happen. So I turned on the Dream Guardian, and I didn't kill it. I knocked it out. There's a difference. So I knocked out the Mind Flayer, Emperor, Dream Guardian lady guy thing, and then I got TPK'd because the Absolute's like, oh, I see you. And then we all got changed into lithids. By we all, I really mean me. We didn't get to see the other characters. But anyway, that was a wipe. So I had to redo some things. And that's kind of where I left off, just undoing the damages that I've been doing. And yeah, so we'll pick it up from there. Asnik says, don't I know the world revolves around my story? I could faff around for months on side quests and just stop the Absolute in time. It's part of being the protagonist. I do know that. Who do you think you're speaking to? Or whom do you think you're speaking to? But anyway, I like to pretend that there are more pressing matters and that I'm not always the protagonist. But you do have a point there. Doesn't make me have to be happy about things. I do, although it sucks and I hate it to agree, I do appreciate when there are timed consequences for one's actions. And so it does add a little bit of tension and potentially even replayability in a game where you can't 100% it on the first way through, or if there are different scenarios for things, which I mean, Baldur's Gate 3 is certainly rife with that, especially when you consider you can go the evil guy route and have Minthara join you and whatnot. So anyway, here's Cosmic Prince Orpheus in his bubble. And so he had his honor guard with him. I don't understand why the Mind Flayer wasn't really having that many problems with the honor guard until this point. Is it because he was just trying to subdue them and not kill them? I guess I should also reiterate from last night we learned that the Emperor broke away from the connection of the Elder Brain, and then he went to Baldur's Gate where he became the pseudo-Emperor, and then eventually Divine Bone Shard. Picking up our Estus flasks. Vitriol of Divine Miasma. I don't know where that went. Anyway. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so he was in Baldur's Gate, and then eventually, what's his face? Clive, Gortash discovered he was a mind flayer, and then it doesn't explain how he subdued him, but he returned the mind flayer, the Emperor, to the Elder Brain to get enthralled, and then Gortash is the one who sent the Emperor to find the artifact, which he did, and then once the mind flayer came into contact with Comet Prince Orpheus, he regained his free will because of the Githyanki or the Githzerai's ability to withstand the psionic onslaughts of like the Elder Brain. So that's kind of his backstory right there that I learned yesterday. So the other thing of imports, which I guess I should talk about even though I haven't really considered it as an option, is that the Emperor has offered us another tadpole to complete our metamorphosis into a mind flayer, and he believes that we will retain our individual free will, and we could use that to do better things. But I mean, I don't know if I can even truly trust the mind flayer guy, because he said even if he was able to be given the option to go back to his original body, that he would not, because the mind flayer body is like the next evolution of man. And sure, maybe he's okay and sort of on my side for now, but I think that's a little bit revealing that, you know, in order to transcend one's humanity and become a great one, you have to leave your humanity behind. So, hey Jay Dixon, how's it going? You been trying to catch up on the vibes? Or do you mean the VODs? You just watched the first 15 or so while you're renovating your day tonight? Nice. That's a lot. Holy crap. You've gotten too far behind, so you're jumping in ahead? Okay. You do love how toward the beginning I said I was going to try to not save scum that much, and how the playthroughs kind of turned out. Thank you, appreciate that. Yeah, I am having fun. So, I am save scumming a little bit, but mostly because I'm like, well, how on the rails are we? One of my problems, probably as an individual, is that I tend to step over the line to make sure I actually know where it is, but then once I know where it is, I just kind of leave it alone. Worms Lookout. Okay, so we're back in the camp. They're not dead, they're knocked out. There's a difference. Got the artifact back. Wait, why am I so slow? Am I encumbered? Why is it only me? Wow, the Divine Bone Shard put me over the limit. That and the artifact. What's this actually do? Oh. Oh yeah, we're definitely putting this one on. The wearer deals an additional damage equal to their wisdom modifier with unarmed strikes. That is literally what I do. And then the Speedy Lightfoot. I would almost give this to Will, but he's got the click your feet thing, so he's fine. We'll send this to camp. I am no longer encumbered, I'm just extremely close to it. Let's send all the dyes to camp, because they're just, you know, kind of cluttering me inventory. I've just got too much crap. Hey Mao, welcome back in. How you doing? Well, let's sort by weights. I need to find a merchant and just sell all of my doodads. I wasn't trying to use it, I was trying to split it. Ah. Give an antidote to everybody to make sure they have one. even though she can heal herself or others. Forgot I had smoke powder bombs, to be honest. Let's give these all to Will. Or maybe Shadowheart. A little both. Nope, don't do that. Don't do that. Alright. How much are these tadpoles? Oh, they weigh like 2 pounds. We have like a dozen of them. Aloe oil? Is this even for anything? I don't think so. Oh yeah, and then all the random hag things. Sponge. Give the amber to Shadowheart since she has the Blood of Lathander. I didn't mean latest. I mean, that's literally what I clicked, but I didn't mean it. Oh yeah, I also totally did not talk to Jaheira. I wonder if this stacks in such a way that I can make use of it. Oh yeah, this is why I was trying to avoid long resting. Because it seems like the longer or more frequently I rest, the more that thing gets pissed off. Okay. Good enough. Hi, Gisher's Zelrin. He has a great beard. Wait. Dead? I did not kill them. I very, very, very deliberately turned this on, which means I should turn it off now before I forget. Right. Let's talk to everybody again.
By Baldur's bones, this is a lot to take in. Let's see if I've got this right. 1, we've been carrying a mind flayer around with us this whole time. 2, it's been appearing as someone else in our dreams, cajoling us to embrace our new illithid talents. 3, the mind flayer's been siphoning a Githyanki prisoner's powers to shield us from the Absolute's voice. Did I miss anything?
Well, there's the matter of Duke Stelmane and the Knights of the Shield. I think you've covered the broad strokes. I'm not sure I've wrapped my head around any of this. He's not just any Githyanki. He's a prince, the son of Great Mother Gith. I think that's the most in line for a Gith reply, so I'll go with that.
Ah, yes. Gith's only son. Locked away in his astral prison for defying Vlaakith. Sensational tales, aren't they? Almost unbelievable. With a narrator so unreliable, how do we tell fact from fiction? I can't pretend I have the answer, but I know the Illithid's right about one thing. It holds our fates in its talons. Until the Absolute falls, there's no getting rid of it.
The Emperor promises incredible powers if we're willing to pursue them. Alright, we don't need to say that. Let's leave. See, that was a pretty good recap of events from Will there. Let's talk to Shady, and then lae'zel.
So, there's been a mind flayer inside the artifact, or astral prism, the whole time we've had it. Sounds like utter madness, even though I've seen it with my own eyes. The more I learn, the less I understand just why I was sent to retrieve that thing. But it matters little now. I do not serve Shah anymore, nor the Mother Superior. The prism is no longer my mission. Saving my parents is.
Bro, you got a tadpole in you.
Did you want something?
Alright, no cool options, so let's leave. So before I talk to lae'zel, because she's got the important little exclamation point, I will go ahead and save it. So that way, if for whatever reason I need to, what's the name? Reload the save, I don't have to do all that inventory management crap again.
Orpheus, Gith's only son. He lives. It is not the Geich visitor that Vlaakith would destroy and Voss would set free. It is Orpheus, the blood of the mother, the prince of the comet.
Orpheus, the very same who fought Vlaakith for the Githyanki throne? Mighty powerful prince if you can block out an illithid hive mind. What makes Orpheus such a threat to Vlaakith? Our dream figure is a mind flayer. Isn't that more concerning? Ooh, okay. So these are some pretty fun options. Now I gotta figure out A, what I want, and then B, what my character wants, and see if they align. I feel like to say things out loud, well, does it even matter if you say them out loud? Because the Mind Flayer can read your mind. I don't know if the Mind Flayer can read our minds outside of the prism. I guess it's kind of been doing that, though. Well, I don't know if it's actually reading it. We're certainly bugged. It's listening to our conversations. Perhaps. Perchance. A mighty powerful prince, if you can block out an illithid hive mind, I guess I'll go with.
And even more powerful still. It said he could bring 1,000 Githyanki to their knees with one command.
Holy crap.
Listen close. The Emperor spoke only in half-truths. Let us remember our history together. Long ago, when we rose up against our Geich slavers, Mother Gith made for the Hells to secure an alliance with the Archdevil Tiamat. Tiamat gifted the Githyanki our red dragons. Gith remained in the Hells, and Tiamat's envoy proclaimed Vlaakith our ruler. The first Vlaakith of many. It is Vlaakith 157 whom our people now call Queen.
I'll keep silent.
Our current Vlaakith has claimed undeath and reigned for 1,000 years. But it was the first whom Orpheus tried to slay. Orpheus is Gith's only son. He led his mother's own honor guard in a coup against Vlaakith I. It was Kithrak Voss himself who slayed the prince in vicious battle, or so the Varshas teach us. Yet the Prince of the Comet's been with us, subdued by that repugnant illithid. Should Orpheus go free, he would tear Vlaakith's empire to pieces and build new glory from the scraps.
Alright, so yeah, the other thing that I wanted to mention but forgot to was that we were told that Kithrak Voss defeated Orpheus, but if that happened so long ago, it might just be a case where they share names, like how we have Vlaakith 157, maybe we have Kithrak Voss 158, I don't know. So I am a little bit curious about the whole Voss situation, and we're supposed to run Rendezvous with him in Baldur's Gate anyway, so we'll have to see what that's all about. So should Orpheus go free, he would tear Vlaakith's empire to pieces and build new glory from the scraps. And what happens now? Then Voss is right, Orpheus is the seed of Vlaakith's demise. It's just one Githyanki. Is he really all that dangerous to Vlaakith? This is very interesting. I'll just say then Voss is right. Oh yeah, that's true, Katie. Thanks for reminding me. Time doesn't pass in the astral plane, so you know. I guess I would be taking it for granted that he was in the material plane longer than, huh? So it could be the same dude potentially, but then why would Vlaakith need to claim undeath if she never technically has to leave the astral plane? I don't know. Mao says it could simply be made up history. Oh yeah, that's definitely a strong possibility. I mean, we've already been told that some parts of the story are false, so why not that, right? Right. Then Voss is right. Orpheus is the seed of Vlaakith's demise.
The seed and the sower. Every word Voss spoke, he spoke true. Orpheus is the living proof of the Queen's lies, and the living weapon that conquered our Geich slavers. One word from his lips, and the people would doubt. 2 words, and they would rage. 3 words, and they would bow to the true heir. If the Githyanki are to be free, the Prince of the Comet must lead the way.
But he would kill us. The game told me that. I'd like to talk about Orpheus. The Emperor's astral-touched tadpole promises exceptional power. Anyway, I want to talk about Orpheus.
What about him?
Why is he called Prince of the Comet? We had a comet picture engraving thing on the Vlaakith portrait, if I remember correctly now. It may not be relevant. I guess we could go back to the Githyanki crepe. Speaking of which, how's that egg doing? I think I left it with Carla. Anyway, why did Vlaakith keep Orpheus alive all those millennia ago? Who were the hostile Githyanki in the prism? On to other matters. Well, we know that they were the honor guard, so I'll ask why Vlaakith kept them alive.
The Emperor may be loathsome, but it's right. Orpheus can disrupt a Geich hive mind. A talent like that makes the Prince a powerful shield and a powerful weapon. Why destroy a weapon like that when you can contain it in a relic and keep it for yourself?
Shameful. Why would Vlaakith want Orpheus dead now if he's so valuable alive? That's a good question.
A weapon is only an asset for as long as it isn't pointed at you. The means of Vlaakith's own end has been ripped away from her. Better to have Orpheus killed than to risk his escape. Better to risk the rise of Illithids than let the Prince of the Comet deny her the godhood she craves.
She's a craven. Alright. Why is he called the Prince of the Comet?
The historical slates describe Orpheus as a fearsome, terrible creature, powerful beyond measure, and enthralled by the Geich. So mad with power, he'd smash through the Githyanki Empire and deliver the shards to his Illithid masters. And glowing with such psionic force that he and his red dragon blazed a trail through the skies. A lethal comet careening towards our people. Lies, of course. Vlaakith spread a false image of Orpheus as monstrous betrayer, and her knights as the butchers who sliced him through. She was right to fear him, I'll grant her that. So great is the comet, it could shatter her reign.
That's pretty badass, not gonna lie. Even though, don't know how much of that is true, but when we did see Prince Orpheus, he was certainly clad in a red aura, like glow. So maybe there is some truth to that regardless. Who are the hostile Githyanki in the prison? We know that, but oh well.
Orpheus is honor guard, loyal to the end. Trapped by Vlaakith in the same prism holding their noble prince, fruitlessly hacking at the sphere that contains him. They see us as Geich, tadpoled husks in the Emperor's thrall. I regret their deaths, but I pledge to live as they perished, in the service of Gith's son.
I didn't kill them, though. I did non-lethal on purpose. No. So, we're going to blame it all on the Emperor. It wasn't us. We have an alibi. On to other matters?
Very well.
The Emperor's tadpole promises exceptional power. We're not going to do that. Katie says, Liches are some of the most powerful creatures in Forgotten Realms lore. No-name Liches are insanely powerful, and named Lich characters are basically gods. That's true. But, yeah, I guess I don't know enough about the differences between the astral plane and, like, lichdom to comment further. Because I always thought lichdom was more of a means to an end of becoming immortal, or at least conquering death, which is, you know, potato, tomato. But, yeah, I don't know. Wait, where's everyone else? Did they get killed? Alright, so at least I'm glad I was Team Tadpole for this excursion. Maybe that's why it was like this. But I do kind of wish I had Halcyon in the party when I confronted Kethfric and what's her name? Karlach as well. Alright, so oh no, which bed was mine? Well, I guess I'll take the bloody one. It's all my fault. Let's just have limitless time to study and learn. Man, that must be one hell of a test at the end of that study period. They're just a bit tough to permanently kill. Yeah, with their phylacteries and whatnot. We're gonna get attacked again. Wait, what the hell? Why'd that suddenly happen? I don't like that hair change at all. I've definitely seen images of Dynasty with white hair, but I figured there's going to be more going on at that. Alright. You just watched. You didn't even do anything, Jaheira. Let's talk to Will again.
Love Shadowheart's new look. Softer, less severe. It suits her.
Maybe she was dyeing it or something.
Something is different about Shadowheart. New facial creases, perhaps. A fresh battle scar I hadn't noticed. Bah, it eludes me.
Can't even say she's colorblind because it's black and white. That's funny. Maybe all humans look the same to her. Maybe she only like sees people for their achievements. I could kind of buy that. Oh, cool! They gave me bloody footsteps, footprints, whatever. All right, Shady.
Be honest. What do you think of the new look?
What inspired the change? How'd you manage it? If it helps put the past behind you, I'm all for it. I love it. Not for me, but who cares? Oh, I don't know what to say. For my character, that is. Oh, let's just go with what inspired the change, I guess.
I thought I knew who I was. But I was wrong. I do not belong to Shah. And I do not want to be adorned like one of her puppets any longer. The hair is just a gesture, true. But everything has a first step.
My face. How'd you manage it? If it helps put the past behind you, I'm all for it. I think that's a good answer for now.
I'm glad. Though, I don't think I'm quite done with the past yet. Not until I've been to Baldur's Gate.
We want to
Fine.
talk about what's happened.
What's on your mind?
Nothing. Leave. It's always funny to me when people like dye their hair, but then when you look at their eyebrows, they just don't match it whatsoever. Now I don't know if she needs like white eyebrows, but she missed the spot is all I can say. At least her hair doesn't look like a wig anymore. I didn't think it looked too much like a wig before. I just thought it was the engine or something. If leechdom didn't require an evil act, every character would benefit from it. They wanted to live forever, maybe.
Walks a little freer of the shadows. She could shave her skull and paint it purple. It would still suit her.
I'm going to ask you something. Alright, we've already talked to her about those. So she just gets to repeat it. Aesrak didn't become a god because he thought it would weaken him. Interesting. Is that because of the whole idea that you'd start to have to, like, follow others' beliefs of that god? I don't know if that's a thing in D&D, but I can imagine it would be. I do wish that you could jump from this level of height and not take damage. It's been a consistent theme in the game. Let's go talk to the others. Owlbear. Hoot. That was a hoot.
Seems to suit the young owlbear. His coat.
Looks like a little bit more red here. Maybe it's the lighting. You didn't know Jahira was a party member? For you, she died at the Salt and Moonrise Tower. Shake your head. Oh no. So maybe I made the proper executive decision to avoid fighting Zarel and going in the back way and just dealing with Ketheric directly. I don't know what happened to Zarel, to be fair. I also don't know if Karlach also always freaks out like that and, like, scratches her head and whatnot, or if it's because of the, she being the first person I gave the crazy amulet to, or if it's the mask or something else.
Gods. A mind flayer's been getting their tentacles all over our dreams this whole time.
Yours
I'm
too?
not sure about putting any trust
Oh yeah,
at all
she's a
in this
tadpole user, huh?
thing. It's already shown itself a liar. I've got my eyes on the Emperor, and Karlach doesn't blink. Gods, Shadowheart looks like a stack of gold. Never thought I could get so excited about someone's forehead, but here we are.
Okay. The Emperor has offered us a special tadpole. We'll become partial mind flayers, but we'll get great powers in turn. Alright. Katie, you know that factoid about Aesrak? Because it's just the most metal crap? Like up some such as the power of Nagash type stuff? I don't know what that means. Sorry.
I was concerned when I saw Shadowheart creeping about with a blade in the dead of night, but it was just to cut her hair, it seems.
Did she?
It suits her.
Okay. Okay, I guess that's it. Unless I'm forgetting something else. It kind of suits the armor a little bit better, I guess. Alright, let's go ahead and save it. So Maho has a question for those who know the lore. Who was Baldur in Dungeons and Dragon lore? Is he a god here too, or just a mythical figure? It's a good question. Yeah, so now that we've done all that garbage... Mage armor, that jerk. Speak with animals, that jerk. And then... could do those guys. I guess I'm gonna switch lae'zel back out for Karlach.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
I'm listening.
I should just talk to Karlach directly. Wait for me in camp.
Are you sure that's the best course of action? Confirmed. Until then, I remain at the ready.
Okay.
If not over, then through.
I guess I could always give her the like little hammer that Karlach has. But Karlach needs to level up. So does Halison, but oh well.
What's on your mind?
And also Dee, I don't remember saying hello to you tonight, but welcome back into the stream. Balduran was just some dude who founded the city. Might have been retconned at one point. Okay. Dee needs to pick up the game again, maybe with a mod that increases the party size to 6, even though it skewed the balance. Yeah, it really would be nice to have, well, I don't know. Maybe this is like monkey paw curling moments, but it would be nice to have more party members just because, I don't know, there's like a bit more fun, I think, to be had with all the options available. Because 4 feels a little bit too limiting, but I guess it might make combat a bit more of a slog. Maybe it would just make it too trivial then, I don't know. Are there hard like limit sizes to party members in D&D? I guess that might also depend on the variant or the edition of D&D, wouldn't it? Come on, we're heading out. Not really? Okay.
Let's go.
And I guess like there's a lot more flexibility being the DM to just like up the number of enemies per encounter, I suppose, huh? Running big groups is hard. I believe it. Brutal critical. You've trained to strike swift and true. When you land a critical hit, you roll an extra damage die as well as the normal additional critical dice. Oh, so just like free damage? Literally?
Let's march.
Raven Ham on her. The wearer gains advantage on melees while surrounded. Acidic surfaces don't affect you. You're resistant to acid. Strength plus the bull rush. Right. Whenever the wearer is healed, their weapon becomes coated in magic and deals an additional 1 to 6 poison damage. I think... Don't I have something with will that does poisonous crap as well? Oh no, it's all Halcyon. Because I gave him all the poisonous stuff. Okay, don't need that. Whenever you deal poison damage, the target needs to save a con throw or become poisoned. Okay. And I think her gloves aren't that great. I mean, they're pretty good, but this will be better because she'll be constantly healing herself by dealing damage. Wait, where did her gloves go? I guess I'll give him the heat thing. Whenever they deal acid damage, they also inflict noxious fumes. Does poison count as acid damage? I'm assuming not, because wouldn't it say otherwise? What are his rings? Exhort the Risen, Ghoulish Touch. Movement speed. 1d4 bonus to throw damage. I guess prevent her from getting blinded? I guess I don't even care that much, to be honest. When you poison a foe, you heal yourself. Oh, you can put that on her. She's going to be extremely tanky at this rate. Okay, so she's good with the unarmored defense thing. Okay. Yeah, so unless I have something else... Let's look at lae'zel again. Can't be enwebbed, entangled, or snared, and you can't slip on grease or ice. So also give her Misty Step. I think we're good. I don't know. Poison counts as poison damage? Okay, that's what I was thinking. Thank you. David, welcome back in. There's a mod already to uncap the party size, if you remember correctly. You can let everyone come along. It creates some dialogue issues, though. That makes sense, yeah. Maybe it's gotten better. D just doesn't like having to go back and forth to camp. 6 is a good sweet spot for party comps in your mind. Any more might be a bit too much. Katie played Rogue Traders after BDG3, and it was refreshing that you could have 6 spokes in your party. There were more than 3 characters you liked? Okay. Hey Chadwick, welcome back in. I'm doing pretty well. How about you? More party slots make playing multiplayer less limiting. That's fair. You did an entire run with 2 others, and you were always upset you could only take 1 companion at a time with you guys. That makes a lot of sense. And I guess if you had more party members, you could probably like split off a bit more easily too, huh? I guess I don't really know how the multiplayer functions though. You're not dead yet? That counts for something? It certainly does. Okay. So she doesn't have very good boots. I don't think I have like a good set pair of boots to trade with her, or give to her rather. So I need boots. I don't have boots, do I? Whoops. Oh, this one's... Oh, because it's a brilliant retort, it's blue. Okay, so he doesn't actually have boots.
These things have stayed interesting.
I don't have boots. So I guess she's fine with what she has. I'll keep lae'zel with the other one. Okay. Party management has been managed. We can dip on out. It makes splitting less chaotic for sure. Too many times you'd end up in combat in different parts of the map. Alright. Combat would start just for looking at a guy wrong. Hey! You looked at me funny! Let's battle! Hey, we're in Act 3 now. It's only taken 33.5 episodes. So I'm assuming we're probably going to have like 20 episodes for Act 3 alone.
We must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves and take their nether stones.
He wants us to grab their stones. Okay, what was I just about to do? Oh yeah, I was going to pick Shadowheart.
What's next?
And buff. Look at that chonky HP 110.
Checking things out.
The city is close now. My former peers will be watching, no doubt. Waiting for my return.
Commiserating.
We should do what we can to find them. What they know could help us.
Sounds like a you problem, Shadowheart. There's a bottle! Okay. Lots of empty backpacks. Call them backsacks. Guess they are. Purple grapes. Oh no, we should say as will. Have him be the face of the party. Even though it always defaults to my frog guy, but at least now I have a higher persuasion stat, I guess. Wait, where's the waypoints? It's over here, okay.
Excuse me. I can't find my mum.
That's your problem, kid. Get lost. Where'd you last see her?
She was sick. She had spots on her face and hands. She went to go get some herbs, and she was supposed to come back the same day. That was last 10 day, though.
Sounds like your mom's probably dead. I don't know. His story, the way that he delivered it, that just didn't seem to add up. So, let's go find a guard. They'll be able to help you.
Guards blow like petards. They don't help us.
Sounds like your mom's probably dead. We're just gonna leave.
Alright. Bye.
Get out of here, you little urchin. Oh, you've got a fox? Never mind. That means you're a cool kid.
Defender of the people.
You always thought the H was silent in herbs? It depends. Like, some of it's regional. Heartless? I mean, he's got a... Oh, that's not a fox at all. That's a cat. I take it back. He's a jerk.
I'm just a cat. But please, talk to Yenna.
Why are you so scared?
Well, why are you so nosy?
Is Yenna mistreating you?
Yenna is my best friend. She's kind. Help her, not me.
Why does it tell me that it's just a cat? That the suspicion levels just keep rising with these two. An orange boy Norwegian? Do they even make those? Apparently they do in this game. Refugee, Solbris, Nizvan. I want to talk to everybody, but it's an RPG, so... Oh my god. Oh no! There's people everywhere! So no wonder why Act 3 takes forever.
That's why we need to walk just a little more. One foot in front of the other. What are you calling this new business?
Cheap and cheerful. Refugees for hire.
Lethal Clawing? Zenobia Dog? Arthur Gregorio? Ben Golwitz. Scarpers Dimples Baxter? Okay, so let's pull up the map, sort of. Personal quest free Orpheus. Kithrak boss, a Githyanki knight, plan to meet someone at Shress's Caress who knows how to free Orpheus. We should look for answers there. So I'm going to go north. Okay, fair enough. Brace my potential. Not going to do that. Help Kithrak Voss. That's the same thing. Help your protector? Oh yeah, the mind player. Alright, so we've learned the history of Prince Orpheus. Act 3 is insanely large. D says this act's overwhelming. Good luck. Honestly, because of how many people there are in this place, I'm kind of like annoyed. I'm like, okay, there's just too much to deal with, which kind of actually makes me want to beeline for once. So I think that's kind of what I'm going to do, actually.
Can't give up now. Breathe deep and move.
Nearly there now.
If I was a Sharon.
Hello? Maybe I should go this way?
An earthquake, maybe.
Earthquake!
I don't remember one ever shaking the city.
Oh yeah, so that was the other thing that I wanted to comment with Gortash. When he was being given the report about the earthquakes, I was wondering if that was the gnomes working on the rune powder stuff. But he was saying that it was all essentially the result of the Elder Brain, which may be. So this looks like the battlefield where the forces of the Absolute were attacking. And Gortash was set up to be playing the part of a hero, I guess.
For supper. All the treats your tummy can handle.
Chadwick's pleased to see some regular towns. You've been stuck in the depths of the earth for so long that the Sunlight's Nights, structures with people currently in them and all that. We'll talk to the Fist, because maybe he'll give us directions.
No passage this way, I'm afraid. Turn back. It's for your own good.
No, you. Thanks, mate.
Nearly there now. You can see the city. Up on the hill.
I see it. But it's up there and we're down here.
Oh, Mercy got some soup. I actually had some soup for dinner. What'd you get? I made broccoli cheddar cheese soup. The haircuts for his own good? Uh-oh. Okay, just as autosave. Tholdrin? That's a banger of a name.
They're beggars and criminals, and we won't have them.
File a report, and I'm sure the Manip will deal with it.
Manip.
Coddling these vagabonds, and don't give a rat's ass about honest citizens.
I misread honest as horniest, and I was like, what?
I think it's a true shame that your goddess doesn't allow for love.
What?
Do you regret it?
I could never regret fulfilling my life's purpose. Besides, Lady Shah may afford me a little wiggle room.
That's an order.
Why don't you protect us instead of these scruffy
It's like the NPCs heard me talk about the horniest refugees, and then they started talking about wiggle room.
Pretty sure they'll need laborers to shore up the walls for you.
You're right. I hadn't thought of that.
They wasn't thinking. Starving folk tend not to.
If they just lined up and taken their fair shares, we'd have had plenty for everyone.
If won't get us fed and watered.
Just a little singed, eh? It's got
Aw, dead chicken. It's flapping. Follow the not-so-yellow brick road toward the shining beacon of Voss. What keeps making that damn splashing noise? Anyway. Ooh, a bench. Reflections of a gullible prick.
Another quake. What's going on?
They're gonna stop me before I get to Voss.
There's something happening to it.
Ah. I feel like this is... They're gonna get me for trying to like read this, huh? Time to read it. We're gonna save it in a new file. To Voss. Soup isn't dinner? It certainly is. I mean, it's one of the healthier things you could do. Hey, Mercy, you finally beat the DLC. Congrats. Hell yeah. That one is pretty rough. I kind of sort of changed it. Not changed. Cheesed it. I definitely was using Scarlet Rot and a big-ass heavy Great Shield. Because I wasn't about to deal with that. The Stained Tome records a long and arduous journey. I hoofed it to Baldur's Gate based on a goddamned promise. They'll welcome you with open arms, my cousin said. Everyone has a home in the gate. 17 days I marched. 17 days of their whining toddlers and their piss reek. 17 days of howling wolves huddling around sickly fires, and still that stench. Of course, they didn't let us through to the city when we showed up. Shoved us into a camp teeming with snivellers and sneerers. Had it with them. Their sob stories, the entire gall of their presence. If I've got to be stuck outside the city, I'll make home in a chicken coop. Smells better than those shit-stained whelps called my cousins, at least. The rest of the text continues in a similarly aggrieved fashion. So is this the chicken coop? It's a drum and a ball. Kind of wild that you can just walk up to somebody's house and steal stuff like that. It's a circus poster.
The circus of the last days has returned. See Dryads, Jinn, and Dribbles the Clown back with a new act.
Sounds like the narrator is incredulous that Dribbles the Clown is an appropriate fit for that act, I suppose. Anyway, Global, welcome back in. How you doing? I don't know why Katie said surrounded by heretics, but if that's an intentional typo, it's great. If not, it's a great typo nonetheless. For like a 40k setting thing.
The circus of the last days has returned. See Dryads, Jinn, and Dribbles the Clown back with a new act.
Fist Capso?
Fascinating.
Lens the Journalist.
Our readers will be outraged.
Gortash coronation poster. Uh-oh.
Front page material.
Lord Gortash to be elevated to Archduke. Grand...
Gortash is being named after you. Time to pay Worm's Rock a visit.
I thought you'd be safe in the game.
Lord Gortash to be elevated to Archduke. Grand ceremony to be held in Worm's Rock Audience Hall. It's got hands. They're tied. The crying one. What the hell is this? You don't know what the hands are.
If you won't help us, at least let the children in. They've had nothing but scraps for days.
So they don't want nobody in there. Ooh, a cave, a lagoon. Ship. There's a pouch. They want me to go up the back way. Pretend I've always been there. Uh-oh, we're gonna get stopped.
Fascinating.
Steel Watcher.
The Duke.
They're gonna stop me. Papers, please.
Halt! By orders of Lord Gortash, refugees are no longer allowed in the city. Turn around.
Not a refugee. I have urgent business in the city. You have no idea who you're talking to. Let me through or I'll kill you. Never mind. I'll be on my way. I feel like we're not going to get through this way, no matter what option we choose. I'll just say I have urgent business in the city.
Well, do you have the means to support yourself?
I absolutely do.
My good lady, I am Will Ravengard. I will not pay to enter my own city.
Ravengard? Ugh, more like the ghastliest tiefling south of Neverwinter. No refugees. It is decreed.
I am here on pilgrimage. The temples will support me. I don't need any money to support myself. I live off what I find in nature. That's dumb. I'm out of money, but I'll come back soon. Well, this is supposed to be a guaranteed thing, but that doesn't say anything about the party, so... You know. The squeaky wheel gets the grease. I can take care of myself.
Right. Article 30.1.5 of the Council's decree on extraordinary wartime measures. I am confiscating that. The city thanks you for your contribution. Your name?
I'm called Daisy Dewdrop Fluffington. They don't need to know my real name. Oh, she's sad. He's sad.
Well met, citizen Fluffington.
Your parasite stirs. From the construct, you feel connection, resonance.
Can I go now?
Not just yet. State your business.
What makes my business your business? I was born and raised in Baldur's Gate. This is my home. Son of your concern. Monk deception. I'm on a pilgrimage to the city. I walked barefoot from the Rosy Morn Monastery. Never mind. I'll be on my way. Attack! We're going to do the monk deception thing. Guide me. Give me the riz. Ah! Okay. Oh man, I might have failed that otherwise.
Uh-huh. Eyes open, body still.
Dushi says stand still. On second thought, I'll come back later. We'll just stand still.
Behind the Watcher's gaze, a presence awakens. You are seen. You are known.
Whoa. My engine, it's almost, I don't know, buzzing. Like it's paying attention.
Your party's prior transgressions are reflected in its stare, as witnessed by the cult's ever-alert, scrying eyes. It has seen the deep shadows of Grimforge, and the stone floors left bloodied. It knows the cold walls of Moonrise Towers, and the cultists who fell there. The Watcher speaks directly into your mind with a voice like poisoned honey.
You are marked for special treatment. Not simply an enemy of the people, but an enemy of the Absolute. Come quietly, or die.
Consent to arrest? Because we could probably make a break for it, right? Right? Trade. It doesn't have anything. No. Alright. We're going to consent for now.
Your peaceful surrender has been noted. You will be transferred to Worms Rock Prison, where you will await further sentencing.
Eat this, you pile of junk!
Villains,
Front
take
page
heed.
material. Damn it all!
Recovery is
Find
imminent.
those little bastards, or I'll have your heads.
They don't need to know where I'm going.
How about the flop house? It has plenty of spare beds.
I wasn't trying to talk to that guy. Okay.
Great! We can bond with 10 other people and pray none of them have sticky fingers.
Right. You know, let's just get a little bit out of sight. Just a little bit. Ooh, wooden barrel. Ooh, wooden chest. Okay. That was convenient, huh? It got gnomed. They've been gnomed. Yeah. Alright.
Soldier, this is it. We're almost to the city. First through Worms Crossing, then on to the lower city. Oh, it smells the exact same. 10 years on, but still home. Incredible.
Oh, I'm happy for her.
Worms Crossing. We could be inside the city walls before long. And I could be back where this all started.
Where did it all start? You never told us, huh? You mentioned Shar followers might be watching for us. Do you think we could use them to track down your parents? I want to talk about all that's happened. All right, we'll ask about tracking her parents, I guess.
I hope so. So long as I'm willing to stroll right into the Mother Superior's trap, they have no reason to not tell me where to go.
So you don't even know where to go? What should we be looking for? Expecting a warm reception? What should we be looking for?
Worms Crossing is a choke point. If I wanted to intercept a new arrival, I'd find somewhere before the bridge, blend in amongst the crowds, and wait. Most people seeking entry to the city will be refugees. I'd look wherever they're gathering.
Chadwick said Shard looks great without the bangs. Not trying to be a creep, she just looks more free now. Alright. What's up, Wheel?
Men, women, children, all barred from entry. A damn travesty. A decade ago, Baldur's Gate would have welcomed any and everyone seeking refuge. Who would take in these souls, if not the Jewel of Baldurin?
What a shame Baldur's Gate has a responsibility to people in need. Perhaps we can reason with the leadership. The refugees can go elsewhere. A city in crisis has the right to secure itself. This is a new policy then? Must be Gortash's doing. Well, that one's a no-brainer. This is Gortash's doing.
As long as Gortash is in charge, they'll be left shivering at the gates. All part of the plan, of course. Step 1. Create an army and order it to march on the city. Step 2. Shut the gates in the name of security. Step 3. Bask in the applause. Gortash hasn't made Baldur's Gate safe. He's made it a prison. And when his army breaks through, the people will have nowhere to run. To make this city a safe haven, we'll need to bathe Gortash and his allies in their own blood.
If you wanted to make it a prison, wouldn't it make more sense to allow all the refugees in? Right, I guess that's that. Alright, so let's go ahead and save it. There's a lot of autosaves. It must show like how much content I'm skipping then. Oh, we're right next to the spot. So I need to go in this way, perhaps. Or... target's too far. Don't do me like that. Surprised it didn't break on me.
Even if you had it, what in the nine hells would you do with it? Think a little, Captain Boss.
Alright. Well, Will can enhance his own leap. He almost killed himself.
If you had any bargaining chips, they would floated off into the astral.
Alright, well. I was about to save it again. I don't need to. Alright, Mao, you have a good night. Oh, these are both locked.
Is there anything?
Well then, you know what? I'm gonna come in through this way.
With a flick of the wrist.
Oh, this is an 18? This is a rough one, huh? Got it. Oh, there's like nothing important here. Unless... nope. Horseradish. Walnut. Spicy sausage links.
What's in here?
Hey Stella, nice to see you again. How you doing? I'm now in Baldur's Gate, sort of.
Best be on my way.
Let's get everybody out of here, then close the door. I almost thought he missed. So let's try to meet, what's his face?
Danthron's dancing axe.
Does the hand squeeze the lips? The lips the tongue? If your mighty Mars needs...
Velson Oaks.
I got it. And thanks. Fruit? Vegetables? What can I do you for?
Dies. He doesn't have any of them. Okay.
If you're hungry, you know it.
So I guess we gotta go up to the second floor, or the third floor, something like that.
Rooms, music, and pleasant folks, from what I've heard.
Where the hell does this all connect?
Confuses me for a member of staff.
I'd probably
Up
break
here?
his nose. Good point.
Oh, there's a Waygate.
I'm starting to remember that Worms Crossing has a bit of a reputation, doesn't it? Tad mercenary, tad sordid. Anything and anyone for a price.
Ah, but a little harm. Shouldn't we all be allowed to stoke a few fires from time to time?
We can bond with 10 other people.
Why do I stand like that? It's like I'm trying to take a crap.
You sound like you're speaking from experience, Will. Perhaps you'll have to give me a tour, refresh my memory.
I'm afraid you'd find my own stories rather tight-laced, Shadowheart. I was never one to sow my wild oats.
Hey, Platinum Chip. Welcome back in. How you doing?
I'm here. I won't let anything
The Shadowheart and Will are flirting a lot more recently.
Look at you. You're exhausted. You've been pulling all-nighters to keep watch. I know you have.
So I thought it was Karlach talking.
Sharice's caress isn't just well, I do. Wetting your which means we're getting a real
Exactly. Open your mind to new sensations.
Who's she talking to? Mademoiselle Amira? Kira the cat? Oh, we found Kira! Where's the death note? Is this it? Shress Crest Finances? Oh yeah, just take a gander at that right in front of her face. Hoot Hooligan? Cousin of Patches O'Hooligan. That's Houlihan, isn't it? Corilla? Oh, Corilla. I know your cousins from Path of Exile. Quadrilla. Wait! I recognize that name, don't I?
Is your boss here to enjoy himself?
This might end up being the first day.
Why do I recognize this name?
This kind of establishment is quite to his taste. Damn, Hoots! That new batch burns stronger than a pit fiend's fist.
She's an absolute cultist.
Take it however you want.
I shouldn't talk to
But
her.
I'll be having my usual from now on. Ugh. Oh. It's
Oh,
Raphael's
that's the one that
favorite
saved Will?
misadventurer. Good to see you again, even if you have put me out of pocket. The boss bet me 5 soul coins you'd reach the city in one piece. He rented a room upstairs in the hope that you'd drop by.
Damn it. Okay, so I did not realize she was a gnome because, well, I guess that would make sense why she would slit the throat of Priestess Gut rather than like stomping her to death or something. Now, how'd she kill the big ogress? Okay, so we meet again. I'll go to see him. We haven't finished business. What does he want with me? He should have stayed home. I have no intention of speaking with him. What do I say? She's a halfling? Okay. What does he want with me? I don't know. I'll just say we meet again.
Indeed we do. Seems like an age ago that the boss sent me to keep an eye on you. Take your time. Have a drink. Sample the goods. Go see him when you're feeling refreshed.
What the hell's going on? So technically she only ever met Will.
Defender of the people. Time for a chat.
I'm not for sale. My time's not for sale. My affection's not for sale. I'm here on other business. Ugh.
How does she know her though?
Oh. It's Raphael's favorite misadventurer.
Will's the favorite.
Good to see you again. Even if you have. He rented a room upstairs in the hope that
We
you'd
meet
drop-
again.
Indeed we do. Take your time.
Okay. No, whatever.
What to do?
birthday boy's just nervous.
D, you've seen people posing like that in photos? We should... You guys also turn down the background chatter when you got here? Overstimulation of words overlapping? It is kind of annoying. That's kind of a good point, huh? Arenya? This looks like the most modern outfit that I've seen so far. Options? What was that? Okay, audio. Oh, chatter volume. Maybe about that. I'm gonna forget about this later and get annoyed at how quiet everybody is. Alright, Ask the Next, you have a good night. Tonight it's Stress Caress. Who's Hooligan? I guess I'll talk to this lady because I'm looking for Voss. Was that a woman in a bunny suit?
It's Yankee.
Almost.
Last one I serviced blessed me with a bruise and a smile. Eyes of steel, bearing to match. I know your bliss. A sturdy dwarf, a leather whip. She gives, you receive. Or have I misjudged you?
Spot on. That sounds delightful. Not my first choice, but I wouldn't say no. You're way off, I'm afraid. Can we not talk about this? Oh, she has items. Autumn Crocus. Oh. I guess maybe the monk thing would be to say, can we not talk about this? Let's go with that one.
Sweeting, are you blushing? There is no shame in pleasure, even less when the pleasure is pain. It's Fionn you seek, our stern librarian. She isn't here today, alas. Your penance must wait. Well, we've other ways to fill your void. A drink for one, a pair of drow for another. Choose your sin.
Definitely heard stories about Shadowheart and a pair of drow. Will this stern librarian of yours be back tomorrow? You have drow escorts on hand? That does sound tempting. Are there other options for companionship? Alright, let's talk to the bartender. So, Astenex, this person is not wearing a bunny outfit, but it is pretty damn close, huh?
Please, just make the drinks. Lovely. I'm not telling you about Raphael. Now, that there's a face I'd remember if I'd seen it. Welcome to Sharess's Caress.
It is female. I kind of thought it was.
Do for you, stranger? You got a taste for ale, I reckon. Or maybe... Ah, forget it. My new brew could drop you in the wink of a spectator's eye.
It's true. Look, we both know how this works. Rumors, jobs, anything. I want the details.
Oh, you're one of those types. Rude as you are sneaky.
Oh well.
My business is slinging tankards, not hoarding secrets. I'd like to keep it that way. But you poke some folk hard enough, they're bound to squeal. And Mamselle Amira there looks about ready to burst.
Show me what you have.
You got it, but the new hooch is off limits. Can't have the mamsel leaping down my throat if I go burning yours.
Don't really care about the alcohols. Maybe this will be milk. What a trope right here.
Pleasure to serve.
Oh, that lowers when your own party has conversations? Maybe I won't turn it down then.
Looking for forget it. My new brew could drop
What
you.
else you got?
Have a look.
That's the same thing. This is the same thing. Although maybe there's one less milk.
All set, are you?
Right, let's talk to her, Mademoiselle Amira.
A drow or a drink, sweeting?
Alright, well, we're not getting the info we want here. Ear spoon, human citizen. Irenia, fist game mayor.
Just have such a headache. I wish I could kiss you better. I mean, to try.
These are all just citizens. So maybe we need to go to like the top floor or something. Maybe through the double doors. Queen Rawl the Despoiler.
When the music stops, you and we will continue dancing.
Nim and Sorn Orleth. Oh, those must be the drow, I guess. Okay. So this is like the brothel area. Monsieur Chapeau. Citizen. It's like Pan. Dionysus, whatever you want to call him in here. I should buy the entire bar and rest only using alcohol. Trust you? No thanks. I'm not gonna wake up like Dennis. I meant to go through these doors, I guess. No, this just leads out. Or does it? Portraits.
You're in safe hands.
Caress upper floor. Purulent bulb. Nymph's grotto sign.
Nymph's grotto.
How does that mean? Is that like a type of brothel room? Probably. El Minister's library? Most certainly.
Moan loudly in the library at all times.
Oh, that you can't get any studying done that way.
Devil's Den.
Underdark room.
Journey to the Underdark.
That one's locked. But it wants me to go into one of these rooms. Did he tell me? Oh. He waits us on the top floor. Maybe that's when we need to talk to. Avenge the Iron Hands. Follow the gnomes. A group of deep gnomes attacked a steel watcher. When it scanned us, saving us. They fled. We should follow them. Ah. I thought they were children. I wasn't paying attention. I feel like lae'zel now, huh? The hair is different. We can't even see that much. So Karlach wants to confront Gortash. It doesn't say what room he's in, at least here. Whatever. Devil's Den. I don't think this will count, but... Oh, here goes almost nothing. Yep, okay, he's here. Oh, and Voss. They're both together? What the hell? Uh-oh. I thought that was blood. Apparently they're like roses or petals or some sort. Nope. That's wax.
If you had any bargaining chips, they've all rather floated off into the astral plane.
Right, we need to turn the chatter up after all.
Name the price.
Is there anything duller than a loyal dog? I'm much as physical. It's a style. I won't let anything
He told him to name the price. And then he said, is there anything duller than a dog? He prefers a cat, meow. So maybe... I don't know. I'm gonna talk to Voss first.
You must hear me, devil. I will do whatever it takes. Give you anything you ask.
There is only one thing in this world that I desire. You do not have it, and you never will.
You must help me, Raphael, for the sake of my people.
Hush now, Voss. These guests may not know it yet, but they want the same thing that you do. And unlike you, they have something of value to offer in return.
Whatever you discuss with this devil, I must hear of it. Find me below in the tap room, once you're loosed from his claws.
I'm glad you came. Not to my door, not yet, but to the final reckoning. One more thing before we begin, though.
Switch. Oh no. What is he doing? He's got me.
For the first time since the Nautiloid, your mind is clear. It's unsettling.
Did you just cure me of the tadpole with the flick of your fingers? I feel empty. What did you do? Another party trick. Show me something real. We're going to say another party trick because I don't trust him. And he likes it when we play hard to get.
That was no party trick. Somebody's missing. Can't you tell? That illithid you keep in your pocket can't hear us anymore.
Ooh.
Huh. What's the catch?
I trust the illithid more than I trust you? Well, that's not fair. Then speak freely, tell me why you brought me here. Clever, but when we first met, you promised me a cure. This isn't a cure. Then speak freely.
I brought you here because I'm true to my word, and I can make all of this tadpole business go away, which means you and your lovely friends can remain blessedly free of tentacles. Let us speak plain. I'll admit, you've impressed me. I wasn't sure you'd make it this far, but no matter how far you come, you're still on the road to ruin. A road that leads directly to a confrontation with the Elder Brain. At best, it will kill you and everyone else in this city. At worst, it will assimilate you, and you won't have enough free will left to even wish you were dead. You have the key to destroying it in the palm of your hand, though.
I'll just say the astral prism. To, you know, obfuscate things a little bit here.
In a manner of speaking. But it's the one inside the prism that you need, not the illithid, the Gith. I can give you the means to break him free.
Ooh, damn it. Now that Raphael wants to free him, that actually makes me a lot more reluctant to do so myself. Go on. Orpheus's guards try to kill me. He's dangerous. Why would I want to free him? I'll just say go on.
The Orphic Hammer. An artifact capable of shattering the chains that hold Prince Orpheus is held securely in my House of Hope, even now.
Sounds too good to be true. It's very convenient that you have exactly what I need. I'll just say sounds too good to be true.
Good and truth rarely go hand in hand, but in this case, they are happy bedfellows, and we can be too. I swear to you, I have the solution to your problem.
It's very convenient that you have exactly what I need.
Isn't it just? And it's even more convenient that you can give me exactly what I want in return.
There it is. Of course.
What are you hoping to get out of all this? I feel like even if he told me something, he doesn't have an obligation to tell me the full truth and all that. Suppose you want my soul in exchange for the hammer? I'm not going to say that one. Just tell me what you want. I'm not bargaining with you, Raphael. So I'll say, what are you hoping to get out of all this? Because even if he doesn't give me the full answer, or even if he gives me a wrong answer, I might be able to suss something closer towards the truth, or maybe I'll just get the wool pulled over my eyes. I don't know. Anyway, what are you hoping to get out of all this?
Power. You free Orpheus, and in doing so save the city, the Sword Coast, perhaps the whole world, and your own precious skin too. And you give me the crown.
Exactly.
That
Okay.
dominates the Elder Brain.
I'm tempted, but tell me why you're so eager to get hold of the crown. It'd be insane to give such a powerful artifact to a devil. What exactly is the crown? I feel like we know enough about it that I don't need to ask him that. And I mean, for all I know, he could just want the crown to piss off the 3 dead gods. But I mean, if everybody gets turned into mind flayers, they'd presumably lose their souls. Which does remind me, I was thinking about it a bit more off stream, and I don't know if what Withers was saying is actually true or not, or if it's just like his prejudice that the mind flayers don't have souls. And partly the reason why I think that is because we were told that they were previously humans, but beyond that, the Emperor still retains its individuality. So is the Emperor soulless? And if he is soulless, then what's the value of a soul other than a coin, I guess? So oh, there's also the 4th answer of just no. Very Lord of the Rings. I don't necessarily want to say I'm tempted. I'm tempted, but tell me why you're so eager to get hold of the crown.
I have craved it ever since the arch-wizard Carsus created it, long centuries ago, and brought doom to the Empire of Netheril. That was the great age of humanity, and Netheril's flying sky cities were the apex of civilization. I was there the day it all fell apart. Entire cities plummeted from the sky, like angels with broken wings. The screams, oh, the screams. Hundreds of thousands of people watching in horror as the ground came up to meet them. It was not a happy meeting, and Carsus was responsible. Not driven by malice, but by ambition. He forged a crown imbued with all the powers of magic. A crown that would make any who wore it a god. Men cannot contain so much power. The crown destroyed its creator, and his empire fell with him. Carsus's folly, the bards and scholars call it. I call it hope. The hope of creating a better world, and the perils of unchecked hubris. I knew then that the folly of mortals could be the triumph of devils, and that I could use that crown to unite the 9 under one Archdevil Supreme. Me.
Zariel wouldn't like that much. But even I'm not so desperate to spite her I'd put the hells in this bastard's hands.
The idea of you ruling all 9 hells doesn't fill me with joy. I think you'd make a fantastic Archdevil Supreme. What makes you think you'd succeed in using the crown where Karsus couldn't? Why didn't you take the crown there and then? I'll take the crown and use its power myself. I'll just say, why didn't you take the crown there and then? If I read up on D&D lore, it'll become pretty quickly obvious that Withers is a trusted source. Well, if he's right about the whole Mind Flayers thing being soulless, then is the reason the Emperor has his individuality because he still has his soul? And then I've got a lot of questions about that. And then Paisan, welcome back into the stream. So why didn't you take the crown there and then?
The archdevil Mephistopheles snatched up the crown and squirreled it away in one of his vaults. He is not more than a frigid archivist. So much power and potential kept inert. He made a miracle into a museum piece. I raged. But only for a decade or so. Then I waited, ever watching for more than 1,000 years, for a mistake, a mishap, a misadventure. And these chosen, who have caused you so much trouble accidentally, did me a favor. They brought the crown back into play.
Oh yeah, I did want to say that this VA is crushing it, for real though. It must really annoy you that some mortals managed to steal the crown when you couldn't. How did they come to have the crown? What makes you so sure that I'll get the crown? It'd be nice to antagonize him, but I don't necessarily feel the need, because he could also potentially hinder my journey if I pissed him off too much. Even though, I mean, he'll end up hindering me no matter what, unless I somehow outdeal the devil. But I could, like, leave that for later after we've gotten some other things off our plates first, right? Raphael's one of your favorite characters? Yeah, this is a great archetype to have into the setting. Also, that intro is it just totally caught me off guard. It was pretty cool because I didn't even know there was like a devil analog in D&D at all, other than like tieflings. And then Jameson, how's it going? Paisan's asking how do I like Act 3 so far? I literally just got into it, so it's mostly just been this dialogue with Raphael, which I'm enjoying quite a bit. Katie said souls are kind of poorly defined in D&D, if you remember correctly. It's basically important mostly for the afterlife and such. Okay. Maybe he could take this as a sign of commiseration. So I'm just going to do it anyway because I want to, and that's as good a reason as any. It must really annoy you that some mortals managed to steal the crown when you couldn't.
Yes, it does. Especially when I see what a bloody mess they've made of that whole scheme. They must have raided Mephistopheles' vault. Impressive, I must admit. But they'll be dead soon. If you don't kill them, the Elder Brain will. It doesn't have feelings in the way you'd understand them. But it seems rather angry. It is inevitable. When you destroy the brain, and you will because you must, the crown will be yours for the taking. And when that moment comes, you give the crown to me. In exchange, I give you the hammer now.
A simple transaction, it seems, but it's more than that. He's offering you an alternative to the mind flayer in your head. Take Raphael's deal and you could free Orpheus. With Orpheus free, you would have no need to rely on the Emperor. But there's no guarantee that Orpheus would be on your side. And if you take the deal, you'll have to fulfill it. You'll have to deliver the crown of Karsus to the devil himself. He claims his ambition is to unite the hells, but can he be trusted to stop there? Do you trust him more than you trust the Emperor?
So, if I were to fleece the devil, and I don't know if I can metagame it this way, but, you know, just hypothetically speaking, with the last protagonist method of story progression, the way that I would do it would be to potentially agree to the terms of the deal as he's presented it to me. But maybe let somebody else have possession of the crown? Oh, that's kind of a bad idea because I can't necessarily trust anybody else either. But yeah, I guess the crown is essentially like the one ring of power, isn't it? So it'd be nice if I knew that I could trust anybody else. Maybe lae'zel. Lae'zel would be the good choice. Like, Will is a good dude, but if I have the one ring of power, I don't think he would resist it, because, I mean, he literally made a pact with the devil to get power, so he would be off the table, because he would try to use it for good and end up doing evil in the process, if you believe, like, all the archetypal stories out there. Whereas Karlach, she's good, but she's also a bit of a wildfire, a hot brand, if you get what I mean. lae'zel, I could see her doing something stupid, but she's also obedient and follows orders and is like a very good girl. And she's like the Samwise Gamgee, perhaps, but perhaps a little bit more naive in some way, somehow. Now, who's the other one? Shadowheart? Yeah, like that's an option. I could potentially see relying on Jaheira, but I had a feeling she wouldn't want to deal with it in any regard, or have as little involvement as possible. And I guess there's no guarantee that if we gave the crown to somebody that they could destroy it. And then Halsin, I feel like he could potentially get corrupted real quick, if I'm just thinking of it like the One Ring of Power. So, the Gith are the hobbits, canonically speaking here in the storyline. That's right, I'm Frodo, y'all. I don't need Sting when I can glow blue. So anyway, my idea would be to accept the terms of the deal, but pull one on the devil and have somebody else take the crown and deal with it rather than me. But I don't know if the game would allow me to do that. Alright, so let me read the options, then I'll read chat. I agree to the deal. Where do I sign? I'd rather destroy the crown than risk it falling into the wrong hands again. I'll control the crown myself once I have the nether stones. No deal, Raphael. I'm leaving. He doesn't need to know that, because that'll piss him off and set him against me. But if I say I'm leaving, he might feel like he has hope. Because you got to play hard to get with the devil. Okay, so let's go back to what chat is saying. Raphael's got some dope music. Hey, Meow Laser, I saw you earlier, but I didn't say hello. Welcome back in. Paisan said the biggest flaw of BG3 is that you can't romance Raphael. Katie was going to judge, but they were feaming over Orin in the last stream. Halflings were literally called hobbits in the first edition of D&D, but Tolkien's estate got pissy. I mean, as is their right, I suppose. Yeah, I wish I knew the terms and conditions here. And when did I last save it? Because I'm tempted to agree to it. And just not follow through the way that he wants me to follow through. You know what? guys, nothing ventured, nothing gained. I agree.
What? You can't be serious.
Right here. You'll find everything is in order.
I can't read that.
The moment I have your signature, you will have the means to free Orpheus. The hammer.
You can save in the middle of dialogue?
You
Okay.
guarantee the crown will be mine once the brain is defeated, and I swear that I will never use the crown to dominate a mortal.
What happens if I don't give you the crown when the time comes?
I will come to collect. If you refuse to give me the crown, I collect your souls instead.
Souls. So I can't gamble with other people.
Then we all gather in the House of Hope. Me dressed in my finest silks, you skinless, hanging from a hook to watch as your world dies.
No deal. I'm leaving.
I won't stop you, but time is running out, so don't stay away for long. If you see reason, I'll be here, waiting, right up to the moment the world ends.
What was that poof? Oh, I got poofed. Alright, okay. So if he's going to take all of our souls, I mean, is that even a legal contract? I guess laws don't apply to the demons, do they? So, at the very least, it'll get him to stop breathing down my neck, even though I am pretty confident it doesn't matter because it's a video game. It'll get him to stop breathing down my neck if he thinks there's a chance. You're telling me there's a chance. So, yeah, now that I know the terms and conditions, I can say no. Pretty sure it's okay to lie to a devil? It's not lying, it's omission. There's layers here, like the layers of hell. Omission's probably like layer 8.
No deal with Raphael. I wouldn't want to give him the satisfaction anyway.
Okay, we can leave there.
Raphael thought he could outsmart us, but there are other ways to get the Orphic hammer, guaranteed. We know he keeps it in the House of Hope. If we can find a diabolist, they could help us make our way in.
You think he's not going to come to the conclusion that we're the ones that took it? See, Will's a good dude, but he isn't the brightest, hence the horns.
Raphael must be raging we didn't take his deal. Luckily, his desperation made him careless. Did you hear what he said? The hammer's in his House of Hope. If we wanted, we could steal it right out from under his nose. Granted, it wouldn't be easy. Devils guard their treasure by especially lethal means.
So, she brings up a really good point that he was being careless, which obviously means he was in fact not being careless. And he knew he would not take the deal, but he's now dangling the hammer in front of our faces because he himself wants Orpheus freed. So that's the extra layer to the devil's bargain that was not talked of. So then perhaps freeing Orpheus is not great for us? Do we even need the hammer? I don't like facing Raphael here in the city. I'm sure as hell not heading into his lair. Do we even need the hammer?
Maybe not. I wouldn't exactly relish heading into a devil's lair looking for it. But if you think it'll help us stop the Netherbrain, I'll do anything.
What do you suggest?
We would need to find a diabolist. One worth their salt should be able to get us into that devil's lair. One last trip to Avernus. At least it'd be for a good reason, right?
Damn it. Okay, so that was interesting.
There you are.
Uh-oh.
I thought I'd lost you. Something was blocking me from hearing your thoughts.
It was Raphael. I know, I was worried. Just glad to have you back. It was nice to have a moment of peace and quiet. I'll just tell him it was Raphael.
Raphael? Well, thank you for your honesty. Of course, I should have known the devil would come sniffing. The stench of impending chaos is irresistible to them. And what did he want with you?
He wants the crown that's on the brain. How much can I even hide from this mind flayer? So I'll just tell him the big bits and, you know, rely on that 8th layer of deception to, not deception, but omission to leave me some wiggle room in the gaps. He wants the crown that's on the brain.
Giving a devil what he wants sounds like a brilliant idea. And what did he offer you in return for bringing it to him?
Does it matter? I said no.
I am glad you had the sense to turn him down. But it certainly does matter.
Well, then stop prying.
Anything that threatens our alliance threatens our chances of defeating the Elden Ring. So I ask you again, what were the terms of the deal he offered you?
He wanted the crown the brain is wearing and offered me the means to free Orpheus.
An horrendous deal.
And horrendous? What the hell?
Imagine the crown of sufficient power to dominate an Elden Ring, atop a devil's head. You would be trading one apocalyptic event for another. Thank you for telling me, and for rejecting him. And now, we must be doubly on our guard.
Damn it.
The devil is like a cockroach. No matter what you do to it, it will always come back.
Yep.
I doubt this will be the last time you are approached.
Yep.
I trust that you will continue to remember who is really on your side.
Me.
Without my protection, you cannot defeat the Elden Ring. You cannot even get close to it, no matter what the devil whispers in your ear.
Padded piano stool. There's no piano in here. Invasion plans for Baldur's Gate. I like how he just has it chilling on his table here. Devil Don't Rhyme. A verse epic. Okay, well, we'll save it again. Let's check out the mahogany cabinet. Steal his clothes.
Something good here, I hope.
Is there another earthquake? Blue flare leather outfit. Minimalist leather binding getup that clings to the skin and creaks just the slightest bit when you move. Blue and black. Supplication scrapbook? This is a scrapbook collecting supplications, notes, and letters from mortals to Raphael begging for boons, help, and assistance. Margin notes call out the devil's favorites, as in this example. Says she wants her siblings out of the way so she can take full control of the family business, only so their late mother will be properly honored by its efficiency and profitability. How utterly disingenuous, one has to admire it. There's no profit for me in taking her gnarly little soul. Helping her would be sheer indulgence. But if I'm not indulging myself, why bother with any of this? Devil don't rhyme. This is a heroic fantasy in verse form, told in the first person by a bold poet who challenges a devil, clearly modeled on Raphael, to an improvised poetry contest to win back the soul of his lover. The following couplet has been circled in red ink. If the line doesn't scan, the devil sneers, you forfeit your soul and end in tears. Ha! I'll keep my time and make my rhyme with vim and snap and no down came the claw crap. Okay. Katie tells me, watch out, down come the claws. Is that right? He's got 2 beds. Luxurious.
Pleasure house, den of decadent delights.
That's right. I closed the doors because I wasn't born in no barn. That was technically to meow. Okay. Or just interesting timing. I know you sent that way earlier, but okay. Oh, here he is. Kifrak Voss.
Tell me you took the devil's deal. Tell me you will free Gith's heir.
Well, now I definitely know the Mind Flayer is listening. Deception, I took the bargain. I will free Orpheus at the first chance. Raphael did not offer any bargain. I'm not interested in pacting with Devil's Boss. No, I will find another way to liberate Orpheus. I'll just say I'm not interested in pacting with Devil's Boss.
Skaketh. Orpheus will be free. There is no cost too high to unshackle our people.
Don't worry, I'll find a way to liberate Orpheus. It's not my cost to pay. Figure it out yourself. Raphael wants a powerful crown in trade. Who knows what chaos he might sow.
No more than Vlaakith will sow in Tunarath and beyond. No more than the Geich will sow across every plain. There is nothing I won't do, nothing I won't give to free Orpheus from the prism. The marks I bear are proof enough of that. But you are the one who carries the astral prism. You are the one who must free the prince. Find a way to retrieve the hammer and free Orpheus from the prism. I will assemble his remaining honor guard and plan our next actions. Together, we will yet free the true heir of Gith's blessed empire. He will free us from Vlaakith and lead our Kithraki against the Geich. Vinisk, I will wait in the underground. Seek me when you have the hammer in hand.
The underground? Orpheus sensed the tadpole before, and his guard attacked. Won't he attack if we free him? Any idea where Raph might keep the Orphic hammer? Well, we already know that. I'll say that Orpheus sensed the tadpole before, and they all attacked. They'll attack us.
The Prince of the Comet aches for Githyanki liberation more than he abhors Geich. He might seethe when you free him. He might gnash his teeth and slander your name. But he will see reason. I promise you.
Alright, may as well ask him where he keeps the hammer, right?
A devil of Raphael's stature does not simply make camp on the shores of the Styx. He will have made a sanctuary for himself, a lavish one too, one that caters to his many vices. He must keep the Orphic hammer there. Every house has an entrance, Vinisk, even those in the hells. You must find it.
Must I?
You are wasting your time, and mine. Our true enemy is the Elden Ring. Focus your mind there.
I guess there's always the possibility if I come back with the hammer that the Mind Flayer could just stop using Orpheus to protect us, but whatever.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Later. You gotta follow this dude.
I sense some hesitation in you. Speak, good sir.
It's just a blessing. to need something like this.
Alright, so they want us to go back to, well, not back to, they want us to go to Avernus to go into the House of Hope. I was hoping he was just gonna, like, jump out onto his dragon and fly away or something crazy. Well, maybe he is. Hell's the underground. He's like a dog who went to a room and forgot why he went there.
Let's go to Calm's Gulch. He has the most fabulous scent. It's perfect for a chef.
My good man. Every substance has been tried and tested by yours truly.
Ah!
What does it feel like?
He cheated! There's a secret entrance here.
In a word, sir. Exquisite.
Truth and honesty are not the same things. Correct. I didn't say true right there, alright. What's the point of this place? Oh, this is a spot to get mugged. That's what it is. Not reflecting things in real life. What a concept. Okay. So Baldur's Gate is kind of struggling to load properly.
We're shopping for a suit.
Too much going on.
My parents, remember?
Uh-oh. So I need to find the gnomes. Linda Old Tower.
He merely offered patronage.
Need something? I've got the tools for any job. Any job.
Thieves' tools. Maybe I should get all these. How many do I even have left? I only have 2? Definitely want more Chapter Armors. Ooh, smoke powder bombs. May as well.
Whatever you're working on, hope that fixes it for you.
Wasn't this the hag? It definitely looks like her. But no, because I killed the hag, I think. But she did say she'd come back, didn't she? If that were the hag, she'd get me. She wouldn't let me be. Why am I going up this ladder? Why not? Alchemy and potions shop. Give me some of those dyes, my guy. Style and Horst.
Someone who appreciates the finer things. Welcome, sir. Stop. Inhale through the nose. Hold. Exhale slowly through the mouth. Now you've just sampled some of Baldur's Gate's finest incense. Delicious, no?
Glorious. Those are some heady top notes. I smell better. Incense, I thought someone was burning a Rothay crap. What do you have for sale? What does he have for sale?
Everything alchemical from potions to poisons. Just do make sure you read the label before quaffing.
Arsonist oil. Turns fire resin to fire vulnerability. Psychic resistance, that might be good. Oil of combustion. Interesting. Supreme Arcane Cultivation? Gain an additional level 4 spell slot. Oh. And then everything else are just ingredients. Maybe I'll just buy all the healing things.
Be sure to savor each purchase.
Okay. How do we leave? Flask of light. Essence of nightlight, suspension of laculite. Lenore found this recipe, and surprise, surprise, you leapt into my head. Hope you find a little light among the shadows. I'm sure you will, though none as bright as you. From Yuri. Potion catalog. Read it. He's not looking. Make a new save and say after boss. We're going to crouch and then open this just to see what's in it. Night Orchid. Do you like the little anatomical sketches and whatnot? Okay, so we can go ahead and leave this area. Harper-Thonos. Yeah. Actually, I wonder if I could Misty Step. I don't think so. Oh, we most certainly kind of could Misty Step in a way. But they're not going to let us go anywhere cool, huh?
One day I'll catch a break.
Oh. I can 1000% make it. There's a ladder over there. Don't really want to talk to these things after what happened last time.
You're not wearing armor to meet my mother and father.
No door to unhinge.
So they want me to find where the gnomes are. We should follow them? I didn't see where they went, though. There's gnomes everywhere.
We're shopping for a suit. Dinner with my parents, remember?
Talk to Raph to reconsider the deal. No, thank you.
You haven't even got inside yet. I am not going inside.
Caress is caress. Even if you and our friend ended up having werewolf cubs, they'd be so adorable.
What is this place? It's like a random checkpoint. Okay.
I've shown no signs of lycanthropy, thank you very much. But should that change, I'll take it you're volunteering to be childminder.
What?
Buy me some protective gloves and I'm all for it.
I feel like I missed something there.
Hey, you! I've got a pest problem.
Crossing had so few lodges. We need at least a double bed.
Everyone is how about
Planet Balchow?
plenty of spare beds.
Great! We can bunk with 10 other people.
Let's push him. Oh. So we could go all that way. And then down and around. Bring it around town.
Bloody gnomes. We need to find where they burrowed themselves up. You an adventurer? Looking to pad your purse? Find their foxhole. Bring me their chief's head. The fist will reward you well.
Hey, Zafe, how's it going? It's been a minute. You're a big SpongeBob fan, then? Bring you their head? That sounds radical. This sounds like a job for the Flaming Fist. I'll take the job. I'll find their hideout and bring their leader's head. I'm gonna do it to leave it. I can always say that I will, but then just not do it, right? So I'll take the job. Oh wait, we could trade. What you selling? Oh, just a torch. This sounds like a job for the Flaming Fist. Whatever.
I agree. But we can't leave our posts. Not with all the patriarchs meeting in Worms Rock for the coronation. You've the right look. Solid bones. Steady face. The kind that cleans up vermin for pay.
Did he just profile me? They said SpongeBob definitely went downhill eventually, but the early seasons are goated for sure. You could say that about almost any show, to be fair. But yeah, like the writers were a lot more my style in the first couple seasons. Also, it just went on for so long. Like there's so much SpongeBob that I haven't seen just because, yeah, I just didn't see it. Fine, I'll take the job.
Good. Sniff 'em out. Gut 'em clean. Keep Baldur's Gate safe.
Everybody
Bring the head
disapproves.
back here when it's done. I'll be around.
Things rarely finish when they should. Yeah. Well, what you gonna do when you're making money? So, should I just reload this? Maybe I should after boss. Okay, I already bought everything, so I'm just gonna load it there, and I'm gonna fast travel here. I was hoping to get more of a lead of where to go. Just why I said okay. Because I don't need that. But anyway, I think we're going to go back to where that dude was and just start hopping around down, looking around. Star Trek used to know when to quit? Used to. Right, Rivington? Southspan? Southspan. No. Why can't I go here? Oh, no, that is. Okay. Knife eared shenanigans. If you're going to complain about knife ears, what are my ears? Serrated knife ears? So I got that GIF ridging going on. So if this dude's looking this way, I'm assuming this is kind of where I need to go. Frog ears? Oh, because everybody knows frog ears are pointy and sharp. And all of that, right?
Hey, you! I've got a pest problem, and you look like the solution.
Frogs are renowned for their large, shapely ears. Cave entrance. That doesn't seem convenient at all. But I want to go that way. Alright, anyway. Barks told us to go save his friend. Wait, where am I now? Okay, over here.
Leading right into that cave.
They're gonna get us. Chadwick wants a Section 31 movie. That'll really make people happy. The canonically worst part of the Federation portrayed as fascist murderers. Perfect for the Trekkies. Sorry, when you say Section 31, all I can think of is District 9. I never really got into the Star Treks.
The boss is expecting you. Hasn't forgotten what you did for him at Moonrise.
So Zafe asks, how many hours are we in? If we use the save feature, it'll say something different, won't it? 92 hours. So that's probably a little bit less because of the save scumming that I've been doing. So with me being on part 33 for about 3 hours every night, plus a little bit of extra change, that would only be 66. So am I really that high? No, I'm an idiot. 3 times 33 is 99. So yeah, we're probably at about 100. Probably a little bit more than 100, really. So, anywhere from like 99 to 115, maybe? Huh? All right, then. No, the math was not mathing. I don't know why I thought 3 times 3 is 6. 3 plus 3 is 6. The last time you checked in, I had just started. Yeah, it's been a while, so I just got to Act 3 earlier tonight. We gained a cantrip. Poison spray, minor illusion. I think I want minor illusion because I've been complaining about not having anything like that. Spells. Oh, so they're still level 5. Okay. Then that one, in that case, I think I'll go with the Cone of Cold. Although maybe gaseous form could be nice. Well, not for him, because that's like a full spell slot. Like, yeah. The Warlock spell slots are just too precious to use like that. So Zafe asks, now that I'm 100 hours in, am I still loving it? So I'll still say that my impression of the game is mixed. I don't like the controls. The combat's all right. There are some like little bit of oddities to it that I'd kind of prefer a little bit of a more soft core touch, and maybe they could like, you know, keep things as they are for the honor mode or whatever. If you've ever played older SRPGs like Tactics Ogre, I kind of like being able to see where your units can move and having more confirmation boxes, because there's been multiple times where I've like somehow threaded the needle and not clicked on the model of something that I'm trying to attack and missed, maybe because of like their idling animations or something like that, which can be really rough, or just not knowing the consequences that your character is trying to move while you're like on a different screen. And you get struck from an opportunity attack for just like not knowing a little bit better. So that's my fault. So specialization available. Chosen subclass would be Thief. Our HP will go up. Second story work. You've mastered the art of falling and gain resistance to falling damage. We've already got that. Fast hands gain an additional bonus action. I should read this. Your quick hands and mastery of the larcenous arts make stealing second nature, be it from a third floor window or a forgotten ruin. As quick with a spell as you are with a lockpick, your illusions and enchantments keep opponents on the back foot. I've already got Mage Hand. This one's Ledger Domain. And... oh, it's invisible and can carry out additional tasks. I guess cantrips are nice, but I'm good now. Although I would not have expected to be able to get cantrips as a rogue. That's pretty damn good, actually. Yeah, a lot of my struggles with this just comes from not knowing what I don't know. Oh, these are the only spells? This isn't too great, but I guess that makes sense. Expanded? You can add a wizard spell of your choice to your spellcasting repertoire. It's pretty cool. And then Assassin. You prefer to deal sublime punishment to a single foe at a time, not in a duel mind, because a duel implies chivalry, and you're too busy getting the job done for honor. Oh yes, I didn't finish my thought for Zafe. So aside from like the controls at times, I do really like the narrative so far. Some options are a little bit off for me, but a lot of them are still really good, and I do like how many parties keep trying to pull us in for their own purposes. And that's something I've been enjoying quite a lot. Tactics Ogre is underappreciated? Absolutely. One of my favorites. Game Boy Color Warlock to play through when? I've never heard of that game, so it sounds like never. Global said, do you appreciate how every fight in this game feels like you just barely won? And probably... It's kind of weird to me where some of the seemingly lesser fights I struggle on, but like the bigger ones I've kind of crushed. Like killing Merkel the first time around. Zafe said, do I mean often that they seem inconsistent with character motivations or something? Yes, at times. So I don't always feel like I have a good option for the kind of character that I want to play. But I mean, there's still plenty of options. But some of the other times I like, it almost feels like they have different writers for things. Because at certain points in the story, my character can seem to be like comically evil, and I emphasize like the comically part. Like we talked to an urchin earlier, and we're like, oh, "Sounds like your mom's dead. Beat it, kid." Like that kind of thing is just so over the top. It's really funny compared to like a lot of the other options at times. And so sometimes like those more sarcastic, cartoonishly evil lines just kind of stack up and outweigh some of the other options. And sometimes I want like a little bit more middling options where I don't want to be like committal or say that like, oh, I'm sorry, or like I promise to do something. So that just tends to be because I'm a bit more of an aloof guy as a kind of a monk type paradigm here. Warlocked is a Game Boy Color tactics game halfway between Advance Wars and FFT. You have no interest in it, but it's a neat looking little game, just so I know. Might be worth looking at. Okay. Surprised I've never heard of it then. Katie said I'd probably like Rogue Trader CRPG and other Alcat's RPGs then. If you combine Alcat's controls and Baldur's Gate 3 mechanics, might just be the ultimate CRPG. You know, another game that's caught my interest lately, I mean, there's actually been a lot of tactics games which I haven't had the time to like really devote to. So I'll just like list a lot off, but the one that I was looking at kind of recently, just because I was really curious how it would work with the setting, would be not Metal Slug Tactics. I almost said Metal Gear Tactics, which I'm sure people would pog about. But yeah, Metal Slug Tactics looks really cool. I still wanted to like look into Unicorn Overlord, and Triangle Strategy's been on my list of things to like look at for a long time now as well. Okay, so let's check out the assassin features. Initiative. You are deadliest against unprepared enemies. In combat, you have advantage on attack rolls against creatures that haven't taken a turn yet. That sounds pretty good. Ambush. Any successful attack against a surprise creature is a crit. Okay, whatever. Assassin's Alacrity. Quick as an alley cat in a rain dark city, you immediately restore your action and bonus action at the start of combat. So that's like if you get surprised or something, I guess. So yeah, I think the Thief one is definitely the way to go, because getting an additional bonus action with having all of my key stuff, and now that I've got a lot of key, it seems quite nice. Ooh, she gains a cantrip. Divine Intervention, you can cast it to invoke your god's aid. Once used, this can never be used again. Oh, that's cool. Too bad she doesn't have a god. Call upon your deity in your moment of greatest need. Once they interfere, your deity will never do so in this manner again. They can only use once in their adventure. Better make it count. She looks so different here. Yeah, this just like doesn't look like her. Maybe it's because of the lower camera angle and the hair, obviously. Thaumaturgy, lights and produce flame. This costs an action, but it's a cantrip, so maybe it can be used like guidance. I can't tell if it's used for the self only or her. Anyway, we'll just go with it. Oh no. Katie said tactical turn-based RPGs have been your drug ever since Baldur's Gate 3. Actually more addictive than heroin. If you are that strung out, I kind of would really recommend the Disgaea series, because you could spend a ton of time grinding in those games, and it's actually fun if you particularly enjoy it. Sometimes it can be a little bit too tedious, maybe, but the nice thing about Disgaea is you don't really have to grind to like beat the games at the very least. It's just like doing a bunch of the extra stuff. Chadwick used to work with a girl who's the flipping spitting image of Shadowheart. I feel like I've also known a girl that's kind of looked like Shadowheart, but not like super crazy. So, level up the Barb. She gets Intimidating Presence, menace an enemy, and instill a terrible fear within them for 2 turns. If the target resists this effect, it can't be targeted again until a long rest. Oh, so this is redoable. That's pretty damn good. Holy crap. Okay. Paisan wants to know where you used to work, Chadwick. He in Detroit for now. That's all I can say. It was a long ago. Okay. That was the most random level up yet. I didn't even feel like I was that close to leveling up.
Look, unless you're an expert in steel watcher gyroscopics, please get out of my light.
You think I want my clan facing down one of those walking death machines with cutlery? Then leave me to my work.
Do you have anything to trade?
Only if you're quick.
Fair enough. He's got a good berry home with a good berry. Can I take your flash blinders? Blinded target. If it's a steel watcher, it is stunned and suffers a 1d6 penalty to attack rolls. Damn, that's really good, but they're also extremely expensive. Martial exertion gloves. What the hell does that do? Push past your physical limits. Oh, these are guy gloves? Taking 6 to 36 piercing damage to gain an additional attack and double your movement speed this turn. That's once per short rest. Okay. So it really is Guy or Rockley. Okay. Nimble finger gloves. Gnomes are granted +2 to dex. Halflings and dwarves gain +1. Thunder palm strikers. You're unarmed. Attack steal an additional 1 to 4 thunder damage. So this is just a different flavor of what I've got on right now. Oh, this pushes things. Although, I guess I could keep on the Scorching Ray if I want to, like, blow up barrels. Which I haven't really used that cheese strat in a while, huh? Shoot an arrow full of explosive powder, pushing the target back 3 meters. That's kind of nice. Whatever.
Now let me get back to it.
Katie, I don't know what you were trying to say in that first comment there. Zafe is saying those Nipponichi software games are really fun, but the tactical side of things does eventually take a hit when you get really up there in level. That's true. Because, I mean, you're just trying to, like, kill everything in one hit. I don't know. I kind of like the progression that the games offer. Because it always feels really nice when you, like, get a new level of spell. Or if you can, like, teach other people your spells and stuff. There's just kind of something really... I don't want to say, like, relaxing, but maybe it is comfy about it, perhaps? But it can border on tedious, I admit.
Good luck. This damn city's more treacherous than the Underdark.
She was one of the 3 with Mulgren Butt Dongle. Philomene.
Huh. You look different when you're not trying to talk someone down from igniting a barrel of rune powder.
Ah, yeah.
Tricky questions of Wulbrun. That's his job. I can make time for chatter after you know what's what.
I was like, I recognize her, but I couldn't recognize her at the same time.
I shouldn't say anything to you until you've spoken to Wulbrun. He's very... particular.
Yeah, so speaking of the Nice games, Zafe, did you hear the news that the president of Nipponichi Software died, like, the other day or something like that? That was crazy. He was, like, 57 or something. Pretty young.
Talk to Wulbrun, would you?
Rune powder bomb. Let's go ahead and steal that. Yeah, it kind of came out of left field, huh? Yeah, I really like Nice as a company. Like, they are... I guess you can't really call them AA, but they've got their niche, and they, you know, cater toward it, and they make great games for what they are, if that's your kind of jam. Speaking of which, I'm extremely excited for March when this Genso Suikoden games get re-released. I just been earlier today, like literally right before stream, I saw a trailer for like the symphonic arrangements of a lot of their songs, which I didn't even know existed. So I was like, what the hell? And yeah, they just released like a new gameplay video yesterday, like 30 minutes, showing off like Suikoden 1 and 2. And the UI actually doesn't look terrible. It looks pretty damn good now. I'm not so sure about the portraits, but I'm just so over the moon that that game is going to get released. So hopefully more people get to know about them. Wilbrin, and then where's the other dude? Where'd he go? Sparks Root Beer. All right, we'll talk to Root Boy first.
I should speak up.
Ah, there you are. Good. We need to strategize. Wilbrin is planning something. Lots of moving parts. I'm still trying to suss the details myself.
You look worried.
I am. I knew him rash, but this is unspeakable. Speak to him. Help him see sense. Someone has to. Be firm with Wilbrin, but not too firm. Let him have his say, but don't let him talk over you. Got it? Yeah, good.
I don't have the words to describe Bark's character right now, and it bothers me. Writings of a Root. I am Root. Oh, he's Root. Okay. A journal written by Bark's Root Beer, worried about his friend's Wilbrin violent desire to bring down the Gondian gnomes. His plan to blow up the steel watch factory is horrendous to contemplate. There must be a way to avoid causing so many deaths. Why don't we just use the bomb and set it up on the brain? Shabby wardrobe. Don't mind if I do.
Please.
Casual sandals. Rufflesome blackguard hat. Okay. Katie said the thing about TRPGs being peak to them is because they focus more on the story and they don't waste your time like most other games. It depends. They can waste time, but some people I know don't like how slow the combat can be, which I can appreciate. But yeah, I do think that because of the types of games that they are, they tend to have a bit stronger narratives in general. But I guess I also haven't played like a ton of SRPGs like that. Chadwick has no patience for grinding. Oh, Paisan, you tried Metaphor after all the praise it received and you hated it? That's fine. I really wanted to get into Persona 5, but I couldn't because it was so damn slow and like the pacing was just off between like going through the dungeons and talking to people. So after looking at Metaphor, it looked very similar and I wasn't in love with the art style, which I know like a lot of people are, so I just didn't bother to get it. It forced you to sit through literal hours of boring cutscenes and you got very fed up? Oof. Because you didn't like the characters. I'm sure like a lot of people are going to be hating on you if they catch wind of what you're saying. It's fine. You never played Persona? I can't speak to 2 and 3. 4 is a lot slower and more similar to 5, but 5 just takes it to a new level. But I would definitely recommend at least playing Persona 1 and Persona 4 Golden, even though I just kind of said it was a little bit different. Because they don't really disrespect your time like that. Okay, so let's talk to Wilbrin.
Good to see you. Wasn't sure you'd make it to the city. Regretting it yet? I spent a lot of time thinking of worst-case scenarios while I was locked in that cell you plucked me out of at Moonrise. I didn't imagine anything as bad as this. The Gondians have handed Enver Gortash the means to bring about the end of liberty in Baldur's Gate. And the citizens have rolled out the red carpet for the new tyrant. Resistance fighters are few and far between. My iron hands, what's left of the Harpers, and you, I hope.
Gortash is a dead man. I have my reasons of my own for taking him down.
As long as our objective is the same, the reason doesn't matter to me. We have a common enemy. But neither of us gets what we want until we deal with our biggest obstacle. The Steel Watch. They're a threat to you, me, and every man, woman, and child in this city. They act all civilized, servants of the people, but they only serve one man. When he becomes Grand Duke, it will only get worse. Laws will change, freedoms will vanish, and soon you'll be accused and sentenced before you've even committed a crime. And the fucking Gondians are to blame for all of it.
Cheer up, Wolbrin. We're here to help. Personally, I put a lot of blame on Gortash. I put the blame on the Gondians. Perhaps the Gondians were infected with a tadpole. I think we'll go with that one for...
Perhaps. All the more reason to get rid of them. They invented the Steel Watchers, and they're building an army of them. They've always been happy to provide their technology to despots in exchange for a stipend and the freedom to work in peace. They would have licked Saravok's boots, given the chance. And now they'll kiss Gortash's ring while this city screams. I had a plan to put a stop to them. But the way things are now, if we stick our heads above ground, the Watchers are on us like flies on shit.
What was the plan?
Same as it always is. Eliminate the threat. In this case, the foundry where these atrocities are produced. The Gondians are ingenious, but we're more than equal to them. There's nothing they can build that the Iron Hands can't tear down. I've built something unique for just that purpose. A room powder bomb. First of its kind. 50 wizards high on the weave couldn't summon this kind of firepower. Get the bomb inside the Gondian facility, and boom. Problem solved.
Wolbrin, please. This is too far. Everyone in the foundry would be killed.
Quiet, Barkus. The adults are talking.
He's such a prick. Barkus has a point that sounds like mass murder. Sneak in, place the bomb, sneak out, bang, seems simple enough. Maybe the Gondians are victims, not oppressors. This plan seems a bit loud for my liking. Messy too. So maybe the Gondians are victims. I guess. I don't know.
The Gondians picked their side the minute they took orders from Gortash. If they had any courage, they'd have refused him and died like heroes, spitting in his face. Now they'll die like the dogs they are.
Gortash is the enemy, not the Gondians. I'll find another way. I'm convinced. Give me the bomb and I'll take out the foundry. I'll make contact with the Gondians. Maybe they'll see reason. This is too messy for me. I'm out. I'll say Gortash is the enemy, not the Gondians. I'll find another way.
There is no other way. But I believe in second chances. When you come crawling back here, and you will, we can talk.
I'm surprised Will disapproved. Wait, what the hell? But he's inspired? It literally just said he disapproved, did it not? Let's go ahead and take this. Actually, it would. 50 to 120 damage, and he said 50 wizards can do this? Nah, this only takes like 2-3 wizards top with their fireballs to do it. The rune powder inside explodes unignited, damaging everything in the vicinity. Automatically crits objects and environments. Permanent. Ew. It's immune to psychic poisons. Okay. Can I steal it?
Always room for more?
Ha! I knew you were the practical sort. That's why we get along. The foundry is in the lower city, down by the docks. Beautiful building, belching smoke into the sky day and night. Getting inside won't be easy, But when you do, place the bomb at the heart of the facility. Get yourself back to street level. The streets will be clear of watchers in no time.
I didn't necessarily agree to that, bro. Fudge. Do I have to redo this? I can take it but not use it. Let's talk to Barks. He's gonna be pissed off at me.
A rune powder bomb? Huh. What the devil has he become?
Fanatic with no thought for innocent life. The Gondians must be stopped from working for the Absolutes. I think there's more to this than meets the eye.
You'll hear no argument on that score. But using rune powder on the Gondians? They are inventors, just like us. Persnickety and self-important, too. But we all have our moments. Something is wrong. Very wrong. Please, speak to them before you do anything. They deserve a chance to plead their case before being blown to pieces, don't you think?
Guys, I partially figured it out. He is a tiny purple C-3PO that doesn't know multiple languages, maybe. What are you doing, little girl? Hi. What are you doing? All right, hold on. All right. Chadwick, you want to see a Gith skull, actually? Why? All right. They deserve a chance to plead their case before being blown to pieces, don't you think? I think Wolverine would like to know you're undermining him. Who I'm telling. They have to die, Barkus. All right, I'll speak to them.
That's all I ask. Questions first, violence later. And only if absolutely necessary.
Sometimes, you know, you have to strike hard, strike first, no mercy. Or is it strike first, strike hard, no mercy? I don't remember the order.
Gondians respond well to reason. So when you meet them, be reasonable.
Alright, so let's talk to Philomena.
Those things
That's
are
not her, though.
terrifying. If someone hadn't been there. But they were. And I'm here now. I'm safe.
The funny thing is I knew a girl that also looked like Larita, but, you know, just a little bit taller. Just a little bit. She was not very tall herself, now that I think about it. How are things with you in Philomena?
You mean after she got you to end things with me on her behalf? Awkward, in a word. She's made it quite clear she doesn't want me around. When I think about it, I'm not sure she ever did. I was foolish. I just want to be useful, but I'm not as good at this as the others. But I'll get better.
I got better.
I'd tell you to stay safe out there, but I don't think that's an option.
Nichols.
It stopped, but it'll happen again. It keeps happening. The shivering, shaking, quaking. Don't you feel it?
Yes, it keeps happening. What is it? I don't really know what you're talking about. Don't worry, it's probably just the world ending. Alright, we'll see if he knows what it is. What is it?
There's something underneath the city, inside the rock. But when I ask the stone why it shakes, it only screams. I want to go home.
Alright, where'd she go? Oh, she's over here. Nope, that's not even her. Lola. Where? Lever. Oh, there she is. Philomene.
Now you've spoken to the big man? Good to see you. Never thought I'd meet you again, let alone fight on the same side. Glad we both made it out of Grimforge alive, and that I didn't have to use that rune powder to make a point.
Glad I could diffuse the situation. You didn't make it easy. Wilburn told me about the plan for that rune powder. You had a lover back in Grimforge, didn't you? How is she? I'll say glad I could diffuse the situation.
Funny. You're gonna need that sense of humor here. I overheard you're gonna be helping us fight the good fight. Knew I would have regretted blowing you up. Better get on with it then. Wilburn wouldn't have put his trust in you for nothing.
Well, you would have regretted blowing me up too, because that would have brought you with me.
Back again. You stick around like smoke powder stink.
What the hell?
Make yourself useful or make yourself scarce.
God dang. No wonder why you don't have a girlfriend anymore. Trap disarm toolkits, silver ingots. I was very tempted to pick those up a moment ago. Probably better that I didn't. Let's talk to Thola again. Zayf said the facial animations are quite impressive. You should see lae'zel talk.
In the streets.
Maybe, but I might find another use for this awesome bomb. I don't wanna... Well, I don't care. I'll just say maybe.
You're joking, right? That thing's one of a kind. Don't screw this up.
The best jokes have grains of truth in them.
Locked, but there's no keyhole. Must be a switch or something nearby.
I don't necessarily want to rat them out of here, so let's just go out a different way. Hoagie Nunners. That's one heck of a name.
2 days just to get hold of a still watcher optic module. And for what? Waste of time we don't have.
Can we use this forge? Nope. Bump and nagel. Okay. I don't think the others are going to be happy if we talk to them. So let's skedaddle. KD, you're tired of fantasy settings giving reasons for why people look the way they do? I think if it like makes sense within the setting, that's fine. But that's probably just a little bit of fatigue from the genre. Especially when they... I would agree if they like go through such lengths to just tell you what everybody takes for granted anyway. That does kind of be like, well, thanks for nothing. Alright. So, Zayf, how much of this game have you played? I don't remember if I asked you.
That's curious.
What's curious? He may have succeeded that thing. Oh, but I didn't. Wait, where did it go? Sword Coast Courier's Key. To Lily Chasman... Provost Academy. You haven't played it at all? You're just in the queue? Okay, I think I do remember that now. Alright, then I want to show you lae'zel's face. Because we could probably stand to talk to the camp NPCs. Because even though I'm a Gith like her, my guy doesn't really talk like that. The hell's that, like, noise? Okay, whatever. Keep your secrets. We got the angel girls. Oh, I guess we didn't talk to them after thing. They probably would have told me to piss off. That's Shadowheart. Will. There she is. This might not be the best example, but
I expected Baldur's Gate to be insipid, stale, wholly without merit. But it's got a vicious bite to it. Delightful.
yeah, that's actually pretty good for her. Boss has gone underground. He'll be waiting for us there. This Orphic hammer could be a way to release Orpheus from his prison. Do you think the egg is doing well? The Emperor's astral-touched tadpole promises exceptional power. Blah, 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 blah. The Orphic hammer could be a way to release Orpheus from the prison.
This hammer. Could it be? Yes. Yes. This is how we will free the Prince of the Comet.
She's a zealot.
This is the key Voss so ardently and courageously sought. That smug shkaketh of a devil stores it at his vaunted House of Hope. Our destination is clear. Our mission undeniable. We must find a way into the House of Hope and retrieve the hammer. When we next enter the Astral Prism, we will use it to smash Prince Orpheus out of his prison. Mother Gith, hear my promise. Your son will rise again. The Prince of the Comet will crush the Lich Queen Vlaakith and usher in the Age of Orpheus.
Voss has gone underground. He'll be waiting for us there.
Voss has done his duty. Now, we will do ours. We must find our way to the House of Hope and take the Orphic hammer. When we next enter the Astral Prism, we will use the hammer to break Orpheus free.
Paisan says, lae'zel, so cool. Alright, do you think the egg is doing well? It's kind of a random thing to bring up now, but I've been wondering about it. Kind of ironic that I brought it up earlier in the stream, although I guess like the one weird-ass academy was looking for the egg. I don't want to like just give the gift egg to them. Zafe says the only game they've played with a similar graphical style is the ME series. I'm not sure what that stands for right now. This blows that out of the water in terms of animation quality. Oh, Mass Effect. In terms of animation quality on the faces. I mean, this makes sense. This came out like, what, how many years after Mass Effect? 10? 15? Although, the Mass Effect games were ones that I wanted to get into, because I've told this story a lot, but I had a friend in college who was playing it, and we had another friend who like didn't really play video games at all, and he asked him if he was going to like play that space game again one night. And we just like looked at him and was like, why are you asking? Because he was actually interested in the story and whatnot, which is just funny. Because he was a very big like sports enthusiast essentially. So he only ever really played like sports games like Madden essentially. So just kind of funny. And then after hearing about what happened with like the ending to the Mass Effect series, that just kind of like brought it down on my list of things to get to eventually. So yeah. Anyway, lae'zel, do you think the egg is doing well?
The egg grows ever warmer, the hum of life within it louder. It may yet hatch, though not soon by my estimation. Give it to me. Perhaps it will fare better under my care.
You're getting attached. Should I start calling you Mommy lae'zel? I can only imagine her reaction to that. We should keep in camp away from danger. Take the egg. The egg is a distraction. It can stay where it is. Oh, man. See, this is part of the, like, this is one of the examples of, I think, of having a lot of good choices where I could see the fun or utility of choosing any one of these. Who doesn't call her Mommy lae'zel? I don't know, probably Shadowheart shippers or Karlach shippers or Raphael shippers or I don't know. We've got a thirsty fan base, let's be real. See, I feel like if I said the egg is a distraction, she might be like, oh, yeah, you're right. But then she might get pissed off at me either. But I feel like that's the most, like, gift thing to say right now. And like this one might be the most monk one. This is the funniest one that I would choose. But probably not after she already advanced on me before and I turned her down. Take the egg. That might make her happy. So why would I be opposed to that? Mostly because of the danger thing. And it is a distraction in a way. Chaddock said Gith are chickens, not frogs. Because a Gith child's a chick by your estimation. A Githling like a gosling? Well, frogs lay eggs too. No, I'm going to go with it. The egg is a distraction. It can stay where it is.
The egg is not a distraction.
I knew it.
It is a stimulation. It harbors not just a fledgling, but a testament of my mission.
What?
An effigy of Githyanki destiny, incubating before our very eyes.
Oh, Schnikes. She's really changed her opinion from earlier. So yeah, earlier in the playthrough, she's like, I would never want to be a mother. And then now she's like, I will tear your head off to be a mother. If she were not like walking around with the party and battling with us, I'd probably give it to her. Yeah, I feel like this is probably one of those times where I need to be like a more cold leader. So we're going to say the egg is better off where it is.
Then I will entrust the egg to you, begrudgingly if it weren't obvious. If the egg survives in your care, I invite you to wallow in my wrongness with all the glee you can conjure.
She really cares for the egg, huh? Damn. She's down bad.
Voss is waiting beneath the city. We'll apprise him of our progress once we have the Orphic hammer in hand.
Okay. So I guess we could talk to Jaheira and the others. Did I talk to Karlach? I don't think I did. No, I just talked to lae'zel to show off her facial animations. Speaking of facial animations, prepare yourself.
Hey, soldier.
Alright, so she doesn't have anything to say. Not much to prepare yourself with.
Watching gods. But I never thought I would be happy to see this city again. Much less to smell it. The Harper safe house I spoke of is on the bridge at Worm's Crossing. Danthelon's dancing axe.
I think I passed it, yo. What are you hoping to find there again? How are you faring without your Harpers? I wanted to ask you something. Alright, what are you hoping to find there?
Information. The Chosen have a head start on us. I'd like to know what they've done with it.
See, this feels like it'd be a cool time to like be like, okay, you check those out and then we'll like rendezvous somewhere else later. How are you faring without your Harpers?
You think me lonely? In truth, I prefer travel in a small pack such as this. Unburdened by numbers, we're free to act rather than react. A little like the old days. With allies, every bit as peculiar. Give or take a few tadpoles.
Like to hear more about those old days? Your experience will be an asset. Just try to keep up, old one. All right. Andrew Carey, welcome into the stream, and then Zyro, nice to see you again. How you guys doing? So, I'll just say your experience will be an asset, because the future's now, old wool man.
A kind way of saying, ye gods, I hope our dusty bones don't break at the first blow. Fear not for me. I will try my very best to keep up.
I'm just waiting for the moment she calls herself a hag. Then this will be the truly perfect WRPG. All right. We can leave. Shady, what do you got to say?
Almost pleasant traveling with company. If you
All right, so
ignore
just
all
the stock
less
stuff.
pleasant aspects.
Okay. I need to dye my gloves or something. Well, I guess no, I did not change my gloves. They just like look wrong in this lighting. I am a Githyanki monk of the open palm variety, and I've just got to level 3 with my rogue, so I'll have the extra attack. Have you played this game much? I'm assuming so if you're asking. Dame, let's talk to... Oh, Halson first.
Oakfather preserve you.
Have you heard from Daniel since we moved on?
I have. He speaks to me during my nightly meditations. He is well. And Oliver also. At times they are one, and at others they divide. Easier for playing, perhaps. And the land thrives also. I doubt you would recognize it.
I could go back.
Perhaps one day, you and I can both return and see it for ourselves.
I feel like I haven't gotten to know you properly yet. I feel we already asked these, right?
What would you like to know?
Nothing. Okay.
Anytime.
I'm surprised that option's still there then. So we'll leave. What is up, Isabel?
Keeping very well, I hope?
I'd like to know what happened between you and your father, Ketherick. What will you do now that your father's gone?
Look after my angel, of course. She's been through more than I can bear to think about. 100 years in the Shadowfell. 100 years being murdered by Sharans over and over. It fills me with a rage I can hardly contain. She's a formidable woman, my Aelin. But no one could escape such horrors unscathed. She's in my hands now, and I intend to help her through whatever's to come. We'll both of us stand by you when the time comes to put down the horror that threatens this city. We are your allies for life.
I'm also curious whether or not she's pseudo-immortal after having been brought back by Merkel, it seems. So, yeah, maybe they'll have like a long future together, hopefully. Anyway, Andrew, you said you finished honor mode the other day? That's incredible. Congrats, man. How is that going? How did that go for you? How long did it take you to do that? Did you have like multiple runs, or did you get it done first try? No problem. What happened between you and your father?
I mourn the man I knew. He was wonderful. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. This was different. It was like I could see my fate in her eyes. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aelin is immortal, after all. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly. But I suppose loving Aelin felt the same as loving myself. It was natural. Then... and this is where I still need answers. I died. I'm not sure how, why, but all was black. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. And then my father's face. So changed. So hideously warped. He told me we'd be together now. Said Aelin was dead. I couldn't speak. Could only run. I found last light within the shadows. Made a shelter there. Prayed my father wouldn't find me. By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together just enough to know I'd been dead 100 years. That my father was the source of the horrors that plagued my home. He's gone now. But I suppose the man I knew died when I died. The man he became, that wasn't the father I knew. The one I loved so very much.
Okay, so we actually heard all that yesterday, and had I remembered how long that dialogue was, I was going to skip it, but I was like, oh, well, maybe just like let it go through, and then I regretted that like a quarter of the way through. So anyway, Andrew, you did it on your first try, but you're pretty safe and metagamed. No shame in that. The first run on Balanced, where you died multiple times, will always be your favorite with the best memories, though. Nice. So, Katie, you still haven't succeeded at honor mode, and the streams make you want to try again. Well, we're only a couple weeks out, if even that long, from the new patch, so just prepare yourself, I guess. And also good luck. Tell me again about what happened between you and your father. No, we're good. So Dame Aylin's probably not going to say too much, but may as well check.
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword? Be most welcome.
You should join my camp permanently. We can fight the powers of evil together. No, I kind of don't like her. She seems like way too much of a zealot. Although, I can't really blame her after her past. I can't... Yeah, anybody would go kind of crazy after all that. So we heard all that stuff yesterday as well. So... we have the gnome thing to work on next. Was there anything else? Let's pull up the handy-dandy thing. Everybody wants us to free Orpheus. It's kind of annoying that we couldn't do that the first time around, but I guess it makes sense. Like, it annoyed me that the game is telling me that we couldn't free Orpheus or that he'd kill us immediately. And we didn't really have a pacifistic option against his travelers. Actually, let's pull out the artifact again. I just never can tell where the hell it actually is in the inventory. Did I give it back to Shadowheart? You know, I probably did that, didn't I? Nope. I guess if I look in her inventory, and if it's not there, then I know. Okay, yeah, she does not have it. How is this consistently like a me issue? Like, I don't see it doing this. I'm looking for a spiky thing. Maybe I should take more time, but I got a jug. Yeah, that guy is gone. Wait. It's not in my inventory. Or is it called Astral Prism instead now? Nope. What? I know. It said that it got put back into our inventory after the portal shenanigan. Click the plus on the hotbar? You mean this one? No, I just move between it when I need to. Or do you mean the Astral Prism thing pops up here as well? Ooh, 2 bonus actions. Okay. Watch it be in somebody else's inventory. Maybe like after I came out of the thing. I was wondering if that was the case. Okay. Wait, I can't give it to anybody else? Or maybe I have to do it this way. Why does Will have it?
Such a curious artifact.
Alright, well, it doesn't say anything different. Okay. Maybe it's because I was controlling Will when we came out of the portal? Or maybe it's because he's on top? That doesn't make sense, right? No, it'd still be in his inventory, I'm certain. Oh, he does not have it. the hell is this? Mind Flayer Tadpole. Oh, the one we got from the cat. That's right.
Have a lot on my mind and, well, in it.
So weird. Come on, bro. Click.
As ever.
Yeah, I guess he still has it. That's weird. He keeps picking it up. Items? I don't know. That's weird. That is weird. Okay. So anyway, I guess this is as good a spot to stop as any for the night. Because we've learned about the gnome plot, we've learned more about Gortash, the deal with Raphael, and the Orpheus Hammer thing. So I'll need to figure out what I actually want to do tomorrow. We could also like look up Jahira's Harpers, and they'll probably just tell us everything we've already learned because I may have out of sequence that a little bit. Whoopsies. So anyway, thank you all for joining me. As always, I appreciate that. We'll be going live at the normal time of 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So hopefully I will catch you on the next one. Until then, take care. Stay safe. Last Protagonist out.